Like, all right, stand for stand.
This is what content looks like.
Yep. It's perfect. All right, I will stand and draw. This is gonna be awkward because we're probably gonna ride the same exact grade too. I'm gonna ride Thunderstorm Dragoon here, and
wouldn't it be crazy if I did have a Thunderstorm Dragoon in this deck?
Imagine.
Just the awesome one of Narukami card.
Yeah. I mean, technically you could. It's just a vanilla, right? But
yeah.
Oh, that one's a great one. Okay, I will throw out Djinn of Lightning Flare, and I will also call out. I won't be too greedy. We'll just leave it at that. I'll go to battle phase. Click end phase so that you don't have
You're
to
right. I completely forgot about that.
You're good. You're good.
I looked at my card and I was like, "What? Why am I so buff all of a sudden?"
The big ass bird. Just like this, the Djinn here, he's gonna get an extra 2k since I have an Narukami Vanguard.
All right.
That's 10 to your 6.
No guard. Immediate damage check.
Nice.
Okay then.
All right. 10 to your 6 for my Dragoon.
That one, I'm gonna have Silent Punisher attempt to stop.
Ooh, very nice. That is my favorite critical trigger, I think, of all original Vanguard.
Same here.
Nice.
I gotta say, same here. Excellent taste, my friend.
Perfect.
Very sad he wasn't in V-Series.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Speaking of original Vanguard, I've asked everyone this so far, so I wanted to ask you before we get any further. How did you first start getting to Vanguard, or I guess also when did you first start getting into Vanguard?
I first started getting into Vanguard around November of 2013, I believe.
Okay.
And it's because I was in Las Vegas at my uncle's house with my older brother, who was a college student during peak Vanguard times. So you can imagine, nerd, he played games like that all his life. I love you, Matthew, by the way. I want to say, I'm not calling him a nerd in a bad way.
Sure, yeah.
But he played all those games, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, everything. So he introduced me to a lot of card games at a young age. And the one he brought with him was Cardfight Vanguard. Now, he had 2 decks. Both of them were actually relatively meta at the time. One of them was the classic Spectral Duke Dragon. And this was right before BT09, Class of the Knights and Dragons.
Right, okay. Oof. Interesting.
And then he also had a Phantom Blaster Overlord deck, which is the first deck that I ever ended up playing.
Wow, okay.
So I've been in it for coming on 12 years now.
Very nice, all right.
Which is, so I was 6. I was 6 when this started.
Fair enough, yeah, I remember. Interesting, okay, that's cool. All right. Yeah, I know a lot of people that started, obviously, during that time, because that's, when Vanguard was at, its first peak, I will say, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's never breached the mainstream as much as it has since then. Yeah. But within the card game realm, I think it's more popular than it was originally.
Yes, absolutely. All right. With that, I will
hit me with the drive.
Yeah, I can't break through this. I don't have 10k triggers. Check. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I will pass on to you. Go ahead.
All right. Silent Punisher is retired. Stand and draw. Ride. Knight of Superior Skills. Bowman.
Yep.
And then immediately we're going into battle phase.
Sure.
Bowman will be attacking Thunderstorm Dragoon for 16,000. Coming at ya.
Interesting. Okay. No guard.
All right. Drive check.
Ooh,
Heal trigger.
Very nice.
Power to Bowman. Did I recover 1 damage?
Sure thing. I'll take 1 damage. Oof.
What I don't think people realize is early Vanguard, having a grade 1 booster was completely game changing.
Yes.
I think even more than it is now with, higher powered Vanguards, you could get through pretty much anything early game if you had just a single boost.
Yeah, which is interesting because they've kind of brought that back in Divine, since all of the Divine skill decks, they have that one double rare grade 1 that It gets an effect from boosting the Vanguard, so they've kind of brought that back in a way, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I completely agree. I love that it's becoming more rearguard focused again. I think it was way too Vanguard only during V-Series.
Yes, that's fair. Alright, I will stand and draw, and I will ride Thunderbreak Dragon. And I hope you enjoyed boosting, because when this card
will not be doing that anymore.
When this card is placed on Vanguard Circle, I will pay the cost of Counterblast 2. Choose one of your grade 2 or less rear guards and retiring it.
I'm getting Blaster Bladed.
Blaster Bladed, let's go. I'll go to main. This little fella doesn't do enough. Let's we'll be a little conservative here.
Vanillas used to be so funny.
Yeah.
Vanillas used to be so funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good, not gonna lie. Oh, but they're bad. I wish I had another one, to be honest. Let's do we'll use his skill. Since I'm attacking, I have an Arakami Vanguard. He'll get +2, and we'll swing in for 18.
No guard.
Yep.
Let's see you. Damage check. Heal trigger.
Very good.
Power to the Vanguard. I don't recover, but that is more than enough to stop you without a trigger.
We'll see about that. I don't have Limit Break, so I'll not power up. I'll swing with Thunderbreak Dragon for 10 to your 15.
Let's see. I could be really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to choose the other funny option, which is no guard. Hit me with it.
Alright. Let's see if my luck of crit sacking people on this show works out. First check. Second check. You're safe.
Alright. Damage check.
No damage. No damage check. You draw for turn. You're good.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Still. I mean, it worked, I guess.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hey, I was going to call that anyway, so it's fine. Stand up, Great Silver Wolf, Garmor.
Alright.
My boy, the first ever main Vanguard I ever played, so I'm a little bit more intimately familiar with this deck from here on.
Okay. Wait. Do you want to not use this skill?
You're correct.
Yeah.
I actually will not for right now.
Sure.
Because I think I have some better options.
Alright.
First of all, call Slagle Double Edge.
Whoa.
And then I'm calling in some backup with my boy, Battlefield Storm Sagramore.
Okay.
Battle phase, immediately we'll have Battlefield Storm charge at you for 13 with a counterblast.
Ooh, okay.
We're going for the Vanguard.
Yeah. I don't like that, to be honest. Believe this fella.
People really undersell the impact that Sagramore and the other counterblast 3Ks give.
Oh yeah, I mean that plus 7k gives you really good numbers. I will guard with this, the Djinn of Lightning Spark for 15.
Alright. Second attack, Slagle Double Edge, 10k to Djinn of the Lightning Flare.
Oh.
In a rearguard oriented game, you gotta aim for them.
That's pretty good.
Something I noticed very few people did in your previous matches.
Yes. I got away with too much.
Inevitably their downfall.
No guard, yeah. Oh man, he studied the matchup. Oh man, I'm in danger.
I try. Content, you know?
Yep, that's fair.
We gotta make this good for content.
Yep.
Attack with Garmor.
Okay.
Limit Break is offline, so 10k. Supported by Charge Gall.
Okay.
Ability of Charge Gall. We are going to Soul Blast.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Thursday stream. Where we will talk about some things. I'll tell you what. So my question is, who's gonna be fodder to make Versurge good tomorrow? I have no idea. I think it might be the one episode throughout the season where we don't get a fight. I think it might just be pure flashbacks, and I feel like my hunch that I had as soon as they showed Kagetsu is that he's gonna Michiru essentially. Is I think he's just gonna get sick halfway through the season, or he's gonna get run over by a car. He's just gonna like give up and leave, right? I feel like it's gonna be something like that. I don't know. There might not be a fight, as I just have a sneaking suspicion that something's up with him, and I don't think he's gonna make it to the next stage. I think he's maybe gonna go undefeated, drop, and then Akin and Riker are gonna pass on somehow. We'll see. Would be the Hexorb guy who got ultimate like graffiti in season 2? Probably not. He's too busy cheering on Megumi, but it might be Kage that gets jobbed out, because I assume that we're gonna see the first leader of Blackout, who is presumably not Kage, and I'm assuming he's gonna get his ass beat by them, and it's gonna be really weird. It's gonna be really weird and stupid when they show them fighting, and it's like, I don't know, 5 years in the past or something at this point, and he decides to energy charge and do all this stuff that they didn't do back then. But we'll see how they play that stuff out. Who knows? Anywho, more interested to see how the rest of the season is going to turn out. After this episode, right? We'll see what the we can basically glean what the next the last 4 episodes, I guess, are going to be like, just from what happens tomorrow, and specifically like the preview, right? Because I'm pretty sure we're only going to have 2 more fights. I'm putting my money on Sho versus Suzune, and then Kage versus Akina, and that's the season finale. Kage versus Akina, for whatever reason, takes 2 episodes, the last 2 episodes. Hey Ed, how's it going, buddy? They did exactly that in G. There's an episode that's supposed to be a flashback, and they casually play with Stride. Everything no one notices. Yeah, I hate it when they do that. And that's not like a Vanguard specific thing. That's a thing that happens like all the time, right? And in Yu-Gi-Oh! And like every series, it's really lazy and dumb. I don't know why they can't just make them play old cards, right? But whatever. Alright, so we have, I want to say a lighter stream today, since we literally only have 3 cards to go over. And not too much outside from that, which is fine, because I am going to... Oh, interesting. Apparently Godzilla just got the release date. Okay. Let's take a look at that real quick. But, yeah, I have VCS Pasadena that I'm flying out to tomorrow, so that works with me. But I guess before we get started, quick display, this one, I guess, right? I guess we got a release date for Godzilla. It's coming out July 5th. There's like a billion TCGs and products coming out in July. So game stores, local game stores are gonna lose their mind, either in a good way or in a bad way. But apparently this is coming out July 5th. I think we talked last time that HoloLive is coming out sometime in July as well. Both of these are Bushiroad games, so. Ooh, yeah. This is just like the deck product, the starter deck, but I'm assuming the booster probably comes out either the same day or like a week or 2 after, right? I don't feel like looking up and having actual facts, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Until let's quit this. The movie's amazing. What movie were we talking about? Chilly Man taking a break from Monster Hunter Wilds to enjoy stream time. Nice. I appreciate you taking your time out of your your work career that is Monster Hunter Wilds to watch the stream. They said the same thing in V and Shinamon's arc, where they got to use Imaginary Gift 1 too. That's so dumb. Also, a big what of the next week teaser that needs to be bring up. I mean, they already revealed what it is. Ignoring the Ghidorah-sized amount of plot armor the protagonist has, are telling me that the small Japanese dude is immune to Godzilla nuking half of the Japan. Yes. Godzilla -1. I don't think I saw that. I saw, what was it, Shin Godzilla? I think that's the only actual Godzilla movie I've seen. If I'm being honest. And that one was good. I heard that's like one of the better ones, but yeah, that's the only Godzilla movie I've ever like fully seen. But all right. We should be able to have some time to play Dear Days, to play the deck that I was supposed to play. I liked what we did though. I liked how we were able to play Heroes before Heroes were released, so we had to like freshen the mind. So once we got the new cards, we can like have it in perspective. I'll see if I can do that again going further. Now that we have like Dear Days and stuff. You're recommend -1? Alright, I'll have to look it up. -1 tricks you into thinking it's a generic Godzilla movie and then get a movie about post-war trauma and survivor's guilt. I think that's most Godzilla movies. Most of them aren't supposed to just, I mean, I don't know. Some of them are like that. Some of them are just, you know, monsters fighting. The other ones are like allegories for a lot of stuff. Godzilla vs. Kong's brainwash movie. I mean, yeah, what did you expect? Yeah, when it's just the Monster Mash movies, it's just a Monster Mash movie. But, before we get to that, we have the cards of the day brought to you by, I don't know, Godzilla himself. He is sponsoring today's cards of the day, which is just going to end up being the one card because I guess there was no card of the day yesterday for some reason. But this is Bone Staff Mage Grivinia, who is a grade 3 from Dark States. That says when this is placed from hand, specifically only from hand, you can soul charge 1 and perform one on the following based on the grade that you soul charge. If grade 1 or less, you get boost in 5k. If grade 2 or more, to the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets intercept in 5k. Farmville support? Maybe. I feel like this is more like both of these support. Overall, it's not really much, honestly. There was a Japanese holiday yesterday. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I kept trying to look through and I just couldn't see anything for other reveals. So thought I had missed it, but okay, that's good to know. But yeah, this is like cool. The fact that it has to be played from hand kind of kills it. I keep saying that Farino doesn't really need to play grade 3s specifically anymore. The only thing that really needs to do that and benefits from it is both of these. But both of these doesn't have any good rearguard grade 3s. So this might be one of them. Because you're basically always going to have a 10k intercept, right? Because both of these gives your grade 3 is 5k shield, and this one will actually have intercept. You will more than likely be soul charging a grade 3, right? So I feel like it works best in that deck. Anything else, it's kind of whatever, unfortunately. That Farmville will end the turn with more than 4 cards in hand. I mean, yeah, that's why you gotta stop playing grade 3s all the time and play like actual cards. But yeah. But we have a bit of a follow-up from some of the stuff that we discussed in the last stream. So we talked about how CurlyHairedVanguard is getting Philia as a box topper. Turns out that on top of that, they're getting the Koto Koto collab. But they're getting it a month before us. They're getting it in April. We do not get Koto Koto until May. Basically until, you know, June, because it's the second to last day in May, right? But it is what it is. I've been told that apparently Korean card quality is not so good, but take that, I guess, with a grain of salt. I haven't actually seen the cards, but it is weird that they get this before us. But yeah, because they're a little bit more behind than we are, but they've caught up super fast, right? They're almost caught up to where English is because they're just getting set 6 now. But they're getting the collab before us, which is strange why it took us so long to get this, but I don't know. No, it's not. I picked a Korean box ages ago once because Doi, they are way too thin. Like, when is ages ago? Like for Overdress or for standard, current standard, or like before this iteration of Vanguard? But which is like, yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. But the English cards are thin also, right? Like if you look at a Japanese card compared to an English Vanguard card, it's like crazy thin and fragile. Thinner than the English one seems kind of crazy. Before Vanguard English started, motherfucker, it's like 2010. That's not really a good limit test. I would assume in 15 years they might have gotten better quality cards, but I don't know. That doesn't really help. But yeah. The other thing is an update on the Digimon game, right? So they had DigiCon essentially yesterday night, and they showed up a bunch of different things. I won't go into it because this is obviously like a Vanguard stream, but we did talk about this and how Bandai's kind of just been, I keep saying killing it, but killing it's not really that right word. I've been wanting to say killing it, but they've just been making moves, right? They've been doing things. Whereas like Bushiroad just kind of does the same thing and expects maybe the same results or different results. Where Bandai's actually like making moves, right? And they're doing brand new TCG, that brand new digital TCG that they announced. This Digimon Analysium or something like that. But it's a, you know, as we kind of expected, it's a digital game. Elysian. It's an online game on mobile, free to play with, you know, microtransactions. I'm sure Ek is typing how he hates this so much and would rather pay $140 for days because that makes more sense. But it kind of looks exactly like, you know, a Digimon game. You came at the right time. Yeah, hey Zaxi. It looks, you know, it looks like a Digimon game. I feel like this doesn't look like the mobile AI UI Digimon Zero. Actually, kind of, because like there's some confusion on like the card pool, because on the one hand I heard that it has all of the cards currently in the game and more, and then on the other hand I heard that there are cards exclusive to this game. So I don't know if it's like a Vanguard Zero thing where like you only play cards. Did they like play unique cards or something like that? I don't know, but I didn't really look into it. I will try it when it comes out, I will say that. But I don't think this is the mobile UI because it looks really tiny. Like I feel like they'd have to change it to fit on a phone. This looks more like they are planning to release it like on Steam or something like that. But because like I can't imagine how tiny it's gonna be to like select your card, right? Even if you do it sideways, like I don't know. This seems really tiny. But we'll have to, I guess, wait and see when there's more information. I don't think there's a release date or anything like that. I don't even know if there's like a release year. Right? So we don't know when this is coming out. But hopefully it comes out soon. And I'm excited to try it because, you know, the other thing I was excited to play was Shadowverse, but then that got delayed, the mobile version of that. And this might just scratch that itch that unfortunately has been left, that hole in my heart that's been left empty since they took Vanguard Zero and shot it in the back of the head for no reason. The thing about getting Koto late is that it probably was a rights thing. Bushi-in has to get approval, and it's harder because the West doesn't even have Koto magazines ever. Does that mean Korea does? That's the part I don't understand. Because then that would imply that I guess it's easier to get it for Korean, but like I don't know if they have any of the other collabs. So like I don't know. It just seems odd. But speaking of collabs, we'll talk about that a bit more later on. Just a background from Master Duel? Yeah, I mean it literally, yeah, just looks kind of like that. And I haven't played Master Duel on my phone in a long time, so I don't know if it UI wise it's the same, but I'm assuming things are more cramped, but I don't know. I'm down to try the digital Digimon card game. Yeah, I will definitely be in on this. Hopefully it's also I'm pretty sure it will be in English, right? Because they have global parity, I think is what it's called when they release globally. So Korea probably got it easier since they're closer practically neighbors. Does that even matter though? I don't know if that's how that works, but I must be, right? I was thinking of Vanguard Zero embraced V and D era. Would that make Zero better and last longer? They don't even have to do that. Yeah, it does look a bit like Hearthstone, but that is kind of the blueprint for mobile TCG games, right? They didn't have to necessarily embrace V or D. They could have embraced V. They could have done their own thing. They could have gone so many different ways with Zero, but they made too many mistakes, I want to say, along the way, so it was kind of hard to redeem itself. They would have had to make a good consolidated effort to steer the ship, and they just weren't willing to do that. And I feel like they would have been in a much better spot if they actually did that. But they went ahead and axed it for no reason. So. Dropped the ball during G era. Shocking that Ek would be ecstatic to hear something bad about G. They didn't. But yeah, that was definitely, ironically, when things started going down. Like, it should have gone up, because the G expansion, if you want to call it that, was good, right? Adding strides to the game, I feel like it worked out pretty well. It was just the fact that the way they implemented GRs was really bad. That was really what sucked. And, you know, getting GR material was really bad. And then things just started adding up. Like, then they had clan events. And the only way to actually play the free-to-play clan events was to pay $10 for a skin. Which was really stupid. So I think those two things specifically, you know, put us on the... We're the first couple of nails in the coffin, honestly. Positive about the G expansion, the box system. Yeah, the box system was great. I personally liked that a lot better. I liked that a lot better. But then, of course, you know, there was everything else that came with it. Good morning, Azim. And then they... there were a couple of things that happened down the line. I can't think of anything that happened in between then. It might have been Asha. Asha might have been one of the first things that was a big issue. Cause yeah, that's when like things started to get a bit nuts. Cause I know there was Asha, right? There was Resist Asha when they got Thruya, and then it would just pass, and you'd have these like massive boards. Oh yeah, I got a haircut. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. You had these massive boards of like Thruyas that all had Resist, and they were all like 21k, so you couldn't break through them, you couldn't retire them, you couldn't target them. But then that ended up being the free-to-play deck, and then they hit that once it became free-to-play deck. And then I know they had issues when Luard came out, because then zero damage Luard became a thing, and that killed off the Japanese fan base completely. We thankfully got the Errata and Messiah and all that stuff. So zero damage Luard wasn't as crazy. There was like Gavriel, zero damage Gavriel for some point, but both those things weren't as crazy as they were originally. And then we got Shiranui, which I feel was like the last nail in the coffin for English. Because up until then, we had like a good thing with like the English account, and they were doing like, you know, they were active on Twitter, and they were like giving us exclusive things, like we had the playmats and all that stuff. But then like, for some reason, I literally think it's so stupid. The downfall of Zero might have literally been because the guy that owns the person that owns the account made a joke about Tachikaze. And then they had to like go, and then like one person got really upset about that, right? I'm so serious. They just made one offhanded joke about Tachikaze, and then one person got really upset about it, or like 2 or 3 people got really upset about it, and then they just went radio silent after that, and like never said anything ever again. Like, I feel like they saw that one person got upset, and they were just like, oh, fuck that, you can't do that, you can't upset one person. You're fired. And then like we just never had any connection, and then everything just, you know, the writing was on the wall. No, they never made a clan event for Tachikaze. They didn't do anything for Tachikaze. They didn't even introduce the characters, or the character that used Tachikaze. It might have been multiple, but they didn't even introduce the character that used Tachikaze. They didn't do anything, any of the cards. It gave them like one card in like a fighters collection, and that was it. Maybe 1 or 2 cards. So it was a mess. Sorry. Oh my god. So remember like Tuesday when you asked to play when you asked to play Digimon with me? Yes, I did. Legion decks are still better. They were okay. Numio kind of fucked that up, but excuse me, sorry. I remember when you can get every card you wanted from the Nova Clan event, and then they said no, we don't like that. Yeah, the first clan event was killer. Love that so much. Even from someone who never played Zero, I heard something called Zero Damage Luard. Yeah. I think even from Zero was around Legion, people stopped buffing. They stopped buffing bad cards and nerfing good ones. Then they nerfed Tester Fox the hell. Oh no. They didn't make it into G, right? Tachikaze? No. Tachikaze. All they got was they got 3 strides. 3 random strides from fighter collections, but never like full support in any way, shape, or form. That's it. Tachikaze was good exactly one time when Ancient Dragons came out. Yeah, that was really nice. The Legion support wasn't as good, but they made work for it. Hey Corazon, you're cooking with B Heroes? Alright, well, we'll see. I have, CFA has not updated, but I did mod CFA to have the new cards, so we can maybe take a look, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so Digimon game coming out, right? Just wanted to update on that. But we can go ahead and go into this morning's reveals. Which is just B Hero stuff. That's it, right? And then we can maybe do some test hands and I can complain about how I feel about these cards. Toronto Legend was one of the biggest glow-ups and buffs in Z Hero. Toronto Quake was exact same card. Yeah. One thing I'm confused about Vanguard Jared is that they limit your deck construction ratio. That you have to run 13 grade 3s. Yeah, which is fine. It was just a different format. Like, I don't know. I liked the fact that they took Vanguard as like a game and then changed it to work for the Marvel format. A lot of people did not like that. It is what it is, but I think it was fine, and I think they could have made different, you know, they could have added more things to that sort of thing, that that concept of adapting the game to a mobile format. But some people just want to play the same exact game, which I kind of get to an extent, but yeah. Topped KSC events with B Heroes, Tachikaze Premium, and Novus Premium. Nice. Over here, we did not like the rule change at all. But it was already COVID and locals weren't things, so we had to get what we could. It was not that big of a deal. I think you're all just we're just being whiny babies, and I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think it was cool. I think it's fun to play the same game in a different way. Yeah, so this is Galactic B Hero Sleek Kyon. Yes. This is a grade 1 comment that says, sucks. I thought this was gonna be a rare. Oh well. I would have liked to have this in FR, but not that this will probably see play, but when this is scouted, if you have a Vanguard or B Hero in its card name, you Soul Blast 1, choose a card with B Hero in its card name that is different from this unit from your drop, scout it to your base. So like, remember last stream I was talking that one of the main things Hero needs to do is find an easier way to scout, right? Or find more ways to scout, not even easier, more ways to scout. Is this it? I don't really think so. I don't really think this is it, but I could be wrong. It was cool how Zero buffed and nerfed cards from the era, at least. They stopped doing that, yeah. I mean, to be fair, normal Vanguard on a phone like Pokemon TCG Live and Master Duel would have not only been good, but great for getting new players into the game, something that's been hard to do. Sure, they can do that too. I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. I'm just saying Zero was fine too. But I know no matter what, people will want to play the exact same game, and that's fine. It is what it is. Sleek isn't it. She isn't +1 to scout, but rather neutral when it comes to scout count. Yeah. I mean, granted, she is, you scout her. Presumably, like, you look at top 7, scout her, and then she grabs something from drop. So she, I wouldn't say she's like neutral. She just extends your scout. But like, it is kind of whatever. Like, I feel like there's some potential here, but I can't really justify even finding the space to play this, especially considering how difficult it is to actually scout. I can't find the space or the need to actually play this. Like, the reason that Yu-Gi-Oh got the Mega Revival was because of Master Duel. I mean, there was Duel Links before that, but sure. We might get 2 more cards. I remember it was supposed to be 5 B Heroes. I don't know about 2 more. I know supposedly on stream, Nak had mentioned that he had asked. This is from someone from the Discord that said that supposedly on stream, right? I don't know Japanese, so I can't verify this. Nak had read these cards and said, essentially, the fuck, this doesn't sound right. So he asked the designers of the game, and they said like, nah, it's cool. There's a new base coming out. It'll all make sense. I don't know if there's any validation to that statement, but I feel like given what we have, that statement has to be true. It just has to be true.
But why should I scout Sleek in the first place? Well, it's just if you see her from the top 7 from when you play the base, you just scout her, right? Like if you just don't have any other heroes, like if you just see 3 heroes, one of them is Sleek, you just scout it, and that's it. And then if you do that, you can scout your Persona ride that you discarded for ride. You can grab your Espida that you used to guard. You can get your Almas who retires herself, right? You can get any of that stuff, put it back in the base. So I see value in it, but I don't know. One thing about Master Duel is that it came out that when it came out, so the tidal wave of what went wrong with you videos from kids who watched the first anime as a kids and never played the game. Yeah. I want to spend Soul Blast for something else. Yeah, that's fair. Duel Links did not hit as hard as Master Duel. I guess not. I guess not. If we get a new base, that'd be amazing. Yeah, it has to do a lot. If we get a new base, it has to be a one-of. It has to be a grade 1 one-of that we search and we play it, and it has like an auto ability that we like rest to like do something crazy. It basically has to be an Eva order. It has to be an Eva style order. That's the only way that a new base can do anything, because we don't have space to be playing multiple orders. So it has to be like just one of, and then we play 4 of the other base, right? There's potential, but yeah, there's not. Right now, I don't think there's much here, but maybe we can come back to this. Maybe we can come back to this. The fact that it's a common makes me think not really. If this was something that they were planning on actually being played, they would have made it a rare. But the fact that it's a common makes me think maybe not. Then we have this guy who I thought was really great at the first glance, but now I'm not exactly so sure. If the new base has to be promo, I hope Dayusha can't use it, otherwise the price, yeah. I mean, probably won't be for Dayusha, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I would not be against them combining the support, which this guy kind of implies, right? This guy kind of implies to combine the support, but I wish they, it was actually more justified and more cohesive to actually combine the support. And it would make more sense if they didn't errata all the heroes to be B heroes. Otherwise, it would have been some premium connection with Cosmic Heroes, which would have made sense. Now with a connection with Dayusha, Dimension Police, right? But, alright. What do you mean, different name bases? Yeah, the art goes hard. I kept rereading it because I thought it meant like names in your base, right? It's like, oh, like even if it was heroes in your base, it would not be that strong because you at most have like 4 or 5 sometimes. 5 maximum, like insanely rare that you have like 5, and he would have gotten like really big, but typically you have like 3 or something like that, so he would have been just slightly bigger than Boltsaurus, right? Heroes were no grappler. Whatever, shut up with that. Stop trying to ruin my connection here. So this is Galactic B Hero 11. I almost want to say Profunda, but this is Prondia, who has 2 effects. First one says, if this is placed on rear, doesn't have to be from hand or anything like that, so that's kind of nice. If this is placed on rear, if you have a B hero, not grade locked, in its card name, and you did not put a base into your order zone this turn, so this does lock you out of Amas. So you can't use this and then Amas, or you can't use Amas and then this. You can use either of them, play one from hand, but you can't do both of them in a turn, which sucks butt. Sucks a lot of butt, if I'm being honest. But you can pay the cost of scouting a B hero from your hand into your base. So this gives you an actual way to scout cards. So that's decent. The fact that it's from hand isn't great, but that is decent. That is decent, right? Because if there's a situation where you have, him and Amas, you can play him, scout Amas, get the base, not have to discard Soul Blast, right? So that's decent. And then he says, search your deck or drop for 1 base. So you can search your drop also. So that's kind of nice. So Felvis might get cut, even though he still has another good effect. Felvis might get cut for this instead. Because he also plays the base standing. Felvis has to play it resting. And Felvis has to be in battle phases and main phase, or might be better. And then if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. So after learning that he can pick up a base from drop, I feel like this is a bit better, and I feel like we dropped Felvis for this, but I'm not entirely sure yet. What was the name of the character from Invincible who hates capes? I don't know. I don't watch Invincible. Sorry. The most I know of Invincible is just the memes everyone posts online. Then he has this other questionable effect here that says, when his attack's a grade 3 or greater, this guy gets 5k at the until the end of the turn, which is interesting. It's not until end of battle. It's end of turn. So, oh, Incredibles. I haven't seen that either, actually. Once again, I only know the memes they post online. He gets 5k until the end of the turn for each different name among your bases in your order zone. I thought this was just cards with different names, but it's only seeing the bases themselves. So right now, the only way for this guy to get more than 5k is if you play the Dayusha base, which gives you like literally nothing. I see, man. 10 out of 10. Sure thing. Edna mode. I guess that's the name. Sure. Why are there so many restrictions on these cards when youth exists? When youth exists. I feel like we're gonna have a sort of youth, which is funny because everyone's kind of comparing the two when we look at the next card. But I feel like we're gonna have like a youth sort of roller coaster where like literally they reveal youth. Youth is crazy, holy shit. They look at youth for more than 2 seconds. Youth sucks. Fuck this deck. This shit is ass. Youth is revealed. It gets 2 tops. This shit is crazy. Holy fuck. We're back. We're breaking the rock. They actually play the deck. They find out it sucks again. Fuck this deck. Bourgeois, support our deck. What the fuck? Give us another reform form. I feel like we're going to have the same sort of thing with heroes, where it's going to look real bad at first glance, but then it might actually be really good. But we'll see. What does Levin remind me of? Sea Dog VA? Yeah, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it, actually. Played it enough times on CFA. What's the verdict? Didn't you charge once per turn in Heroes? So good, bro. Trust. I mean... Oh, the youth is not that impressive. Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus online. Much as it is with this lady here. Galactic B-Hero. Stately Clausered. Whatever the fuck that name means. She has 2 effects. Did you miss? Not much, because there's not too many cards. Excuse me. People don't realize youth has to play against cards that have warrants on them. Words that might be clear regard circles. Yeah, exactly. People just saw 20k, 30k front row. What the fuck? Vanguard's over. That's so crazy. Power creep. Oh my god, we can't do anything. The game's dead. They actually play the game. Actually, maybe this is kind of bad. Maybe this needs board. So, I honestly, this whole week, I have felt like just deleting Twitter and like Reddit. Because like every time, like I'll scroll, it'll just be like, oh, they got hip hop Sakura. Oh, youth is breaking the game. Oh, but power creep. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, the game is ending. Oh, it's V-Series. I'm just like, oh my god. I go on Reddit. Oh, the game is ending. It's over. Oh my god. I'm just like, oh my god. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. If Berg is getting carried in JP by Shadow Paladin simping, I don't know if it's specifically that, but we can't even use the first skill on turn 2. We need to either get a grade 1 base or play die base on turn 1. Yeah. 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 I can give 20k shadows easily. Yeah. I can't wait till Nexus comes and people call for some victories. It's gonna be the same exact thing. It's gonna be the same exact thing. People are just gonna be Nexus comes out and they're gonna be like, oh my god, this is like the first time you reveal Bladfire. The game is over. I've lost a friend. Not that we I lost a friend because they were going insane about how strong Bladmire was. But and look at the deck now. Look at the deck now. Look at the deck when it came out. Look at what a huge impact it had. Gotta fix my For You tab then? Yeah, unfortunately my For You tab is just all... Actually, no, I can't even look at the For You tab. It's the other one that like my actual tab is just full of Vanguard people complaining. If I go to For You, it's just fucking a hellscape of like everything's wrong. So like I'm damned no matter which way I go. So Isn't the power increase kind of like Thagria? It's literally just like Thagria. Thagria can do the same exact thing as Youthberg on turn 1 and on turn 3. Or turn 3 and turn 4. Literally the same thing for just about the same amount of setup. How much power per drop is Bird gonna give out? Brr. Like a lot of power, but not amazing rear guards. A lot of power, 0 rear guards. 0 rear guards. She has 0. The only reason I don't like Thagria, aside from the fact that they didn't do anything cool with her mechanically, is that she has shit for rear guards. She has like no cool rear guards, right? Nothing at all. None of them actually like do anything cool. It's just fucking Mabel comes back, and that's it. That's the only rear guard they ever gave her. Then they gave her the dumb dragon that gets in order, and then that's it. So. Man, I remember him being black. It's so funny. It's ridiculous. The first time the Bladmeyer came out, a lot of the new kids did not know the leaders existed years ago. Yeah, it is rough. And the cards were actually cracked or ignored. Yep. Brother new CurlyHairedVanguard. I really wish it was a card that was a real finisher while you stayed on DNOs. Yeah, this card is a mess. Card's a mess. Alright, let me read the card real quick. This card's a whole mess. Which is why I'm saying we're getting more cards. Why they're not included at the same time, I don't understand. But you can tell that there's something missing here. So she has 2 effects. If your soul has another grade 3 B hero that's not her, she gets 5k. Only during your turn. Then at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, you counterblast 1. Put 2 rear guards with B hero in their card names into soul. Choose one of your grade 3 scouted cards with a different name from this unit. Write it as stand. It gets -1 drive to the end of the turn. If you rode this way, you scout the card, scout this card into your base, and at the end of the turn, choose herself, ride her again as rest. So, in a very sounds like a lot, but it's just basically end of battle, CB1, put 2 rear guards into soul, ride Dianos from your base. He gets -1 drive, end of turn, ride her again. End your turn with that. This card has so much potential if you ever get more hero vanguards, but now she feels yeah, she does. Like if the skill was at the end of the attack your Vanguard attack, and in the battle your Vanguard attack, if this card was in your base CB1, ride it as stand and have -1 drive, it would have been so much cooler. Yeah, that would have made much more sense. I don't understand why it's reverse, where you play this essentially in your ride deck and then you go back into Dianos. Why couldn't we from Dianos go into this? Like that makes so much more sense. That might have been what Knack was asking about, because I feel like this should have been backwards. She should have just come out from the base, right? Like literally like tag out like superhero style. Like, okay, Dianos, you did your shit. Let me come in here. Like the cost could have even been the same, right? The cost could have literally been the same, but it just would have made so much more sense the other way around. Because then that way you would only need to play like 2 of her. You can still play Dianos, Persona ride Dianos, do your normal thing. She comes out. You can still use 4 to swap columns and do the same exact thing, but the attack pattern would have just been so much better, and it just would have flowed so much better. Or if we get cards that activate skills when you go to soul, that too, yeah. You can barely get any rear guards too on the ones he has suck, yeah. Having bad rear guards makes Light Thagria much worse. No, yes, indeed. And especially the fact that Light Thagria only restands and calls out grade 2s, but they want you to play a bunch of grade 3s in the deck. It's very strange. And orders. Like it to be themed, like she arrives from the base to save today. Exactly. Would have made so much sense. I just wish I replaced Dianos fully. I don't look at his horse face bastard anymore. Like even that, right? Like either or. Like either completely replace him or like be an upgrade from him, but it just doesn't make any sense. This is one of those cards that read crack, the details are important? Maybe. I think upon initial reveal, people are being a little too hard on it. Yeah, it is overcosted. Like I'm saying, there's a piece missing. It'll get better with time. I can guarantee you there's something missing here. But I don't understand why it's not being revealed at the same time. Yeah, I've been watching Shinamon Arc, and I really wish I had friends who would cheer me on after I lose, but I'll come through. I'll cheer you on when you lose. The first attack being only 13k unless you manage to chuck a grade 3 into soul is so conditional, right? Because the other thing is that she doesn't give the same power that Dianos does, so it makes no sense to go first into her and then back into Dianos after you've already attacked. then give 5k power. Like, it's just so backwards. It doesn't make any sense. Not like Magnolia Mask, you read that 10k on everything on the marker, go, wow, that's broken, and you play the deck. I don't know if everyone really thought that, but okay. If you either didn't have the CB costs or didn't have the soul charge cost, she'd be much better. Definitely, yeah, if she wasn't so costing. I believe you missed the putting 2 regards into soul, yeah, and that's kind of what kills it. But it's definitely reversed. It would have actually been so nice. I don't know what Bushy was cooking. Yeah, new base better be like soul charge 1 specific grade 3 from deck, then we don't have to run 4 bricks or scalp them. Yeah, it might be that, or it might like, it has to like make this make more sense, right? They have to give us a new hero that interacts with soul somehow, and then the new base has to do something to facilitate this mess. So, or they have to give us a new grade 3 again, which is kind of silly. Like, it would be cool if like they gave us, if heroes was like an actual deck, right, that they cared about, and they gave us like a bunch of different heroes that we can go into, right? That would be cool. It felt literally to keep making the comparison. If it was like Youthberg and you had different forms, but this isn't Youthberg. Right? No, they don't care about this deck enough to make that many grade 3s, which is what worries me. Bushi really wants to make every deck a faded / destined king full of grade 3 combo pieces. Yeah, I guess so. Guys, we will cheer Curly after he gets terrible luck on New Days 3. Yes, please, for once, cheer me. Cheer me, please, instead of making me look bad. Kind of crazy that the other cards are just cracked from the get-go for less causes. And then heroes get this consistently. They've gotten nothing almost. But she's be hero Brad Block. Brad Block was shit. Yeah. We used to play less Abbas for the sake of this grade 3. Yeah. When are the new hero cards coming out? These are coming out in set 8. Supposedly there are supposed to be more hero cards that come along with this. We don't know where they're coming out. It's probably going to be a promo, which makes absolutely 0 sense. At least compared to the other decks where you have to use the old Vanguard as a 4 brick. You do make use of the brick? Not really. Because then you, yeah, because then you have to get the brick back into base, and that's the problem. Because I tested this, and I was able to do a turn where I did everything, but then I was stuck next turn where I just could not do it again. And there's just no easy way to do this consistently every single turn, unless you just have multiple copies of all the cards. So, I kind of give up on Vanguard giving anything non-anime decks actual strength, and I've been on a break from Vanguard. Yeah, that's kind of fair. If they cared enough to give them cock after cock, I think heroes would be fine. And like, the thing is, like, heroes already have a solid foundation, right? They just needed this to be decent. They didn't need it to be whatever the fuck it is. Like, these cards are decent, right? Like, this is decent, right? This is decent. This might be better in the future, and this could have been decent. But I'm saying, there's more to this. There has to be more to this, otherwise it just doesn't make any logical sense. So it's like when they revealed Leverage Rest and we're kind of like, huh, and then they revealed Imperial and you're like, oh, now that makes sense, right? It's gonna be something like that, I think. But this is also not an anime deck, so we'll see how that works out. Move to other games, and hopefully someday I'll actually give me something for the deck I want. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good hope to have, unfortunately. Stand 8 coming out in June 27th, so that's 2 months after set 7 to save money. Yeah, to buy this FR for $2. I wish Luxgata would be a deck used by someone in the anime. Oh, you did not have to say it like that. Hey, what up? What can I say? I'm also happy, how happy I am to be able to get more cool female boss units in themes that they never had before, like a proper female Vanguard for things like Aquaforce and Dimension Place. Yeah, that would be nice. Ones that at least have an effect, yeah. It's gotta be used by an on-screen jobber. I don't know. Be here as an anime deck though, I mean, barely. Oh, by that logic, so it's Barrow and Eugene. So what does that tell you, boy? So it's Flagberg. So, yeah. But hey, at least the hero guy is not technically a jobber. He made it to top 8. He made it to top 8 in the first elect, so he can't be a complete jobber. So he's like king jobber, if anything. But yeah. And then saying he got beat by now, like you can't tell me that's like a stain on his record. He got beat by the most popular anime character in the series. Like that ain't right. Like that you can't knock him for that, for losing to now. Like, come on, man. That's like saying there's this character, but then they lost to fucking Jesus Christ. Like, what did you expect them to do? Right? So base 2 will fix base 3, because we technically already have 2 bases, but ironically, I like Lemme just before Imperial, and Imperial came out and went, oh, now my deck is not quirky. It actually makes sense. On a positive note, I love her art. She's so much cooler than Dinos, 100%. Her art is super nice. I'll give them that 100%. These heroes was played on screen. Yeah. I mean, technically, so was Barrow. You see Barrow on screen. You don't see Flagberg or Eugene on screen. Flagberg players lose all of his matches and they were off screen. Yeah, like Demon's my favorite anime deck. I don't about all that. Your hero's an anime deck. Oh, with the screen time. Yeah, essentially. Now lost to the tree. Yeah, I mean Gui off screen now, right? So come on. I don't know. Somehow that helps my argument. I just can't find the connection. I think that we always wins are off screen. Yes, off screen hockey. Yeah, I guess so. To be frank, he was never the Flagberg player. He was just speculated. I think it was confirmed. I don't know if it was confirmed. I know they showed that he was playing Stoikea. I guess it wasn't assumed that he was playing Flagberg, but I could have swore it was, but maybe not. Yeah, I think it was just that. It was just that he was playing Stoikea. Just like we don't know what the lyrical girl was playing. We just know in the manga she uses Kyoka, but oh no. You know what? You know why it was confirmed? I think because I think they did a deluxe like promo pack thing for all the ride lines. And I think Flagberg was included in that, and so was Kyoka. So that's why we assume that those 2 characters were using those decks. I vaguely remember that's what happened there. Base 2 gonna help heroes. I hope Copium, yeah, hopefully. They legit have a Raziel card that will just fix this because it's so awkward. Yeah. So what's the consensus of this B hero? Do we put her in main deck or right deck? Also, do we include her in main deck for Persona? I feel like currently you would do her in right deck and include main deck copies for Persona ride because you ride back into her, so you have the Persona ride with her. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Speaking of Berg, I'm mad that you're yeah. Hopefully without the CV cost. Yeah. My hero's in a different card game now. You're so unfortunate. Yeah, I'm a hero player in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Deluxe 2 manga is canon, so Kyoka counts technically, but we don't know if that's what she played in the first Deluxe, but presumably it would be the same thing. Bird, best bird. Yes, he is. I can't wait till they reveal him. And he's fucking dope. But I think that's all I've got. Oh, right. So we can do some test hands because I did mod it into CFA, but real quick, they made this announcement at the end of the stream that there's going to be a secret product revealing that night, and then they immediately revealed it. I thought it was for this because if you go to the Japanese page for set 9, it says here that there are currently 105 scheduled cards, which means that this number might change in the future. But they revealed this, and I thought it was for this, but it's actually not. It is this. It is another Bang Dream collab coming in set 8 specifically, right? So this is the set 8 thing. So we're getting a Mygo expansion and whatever this shit is, Ave Maria or whatever, is getting their own deck, I guess is the phrase, ride line, you know? So, you know, these girls from like the anime that Mygo has or whatever is getting their own deck, and so is Mygo, similar to Morphonica. They're getting another expansion. Yes, Ave Maria, that's what I said. We're not gonna get this right. Well, we haven't gotten Morphonica. Morphonica was set 7. Morphonica presumably will either A, be revealed last second for set 7, or B, be pushed to set 8. Which is weird because going back to our conversation about Koro Koro, Maigo is owned by Bushiroad. Like, they own this shit. Right? Like, they pay these girls to like sing and they license them out. So why is it that we get the Bang Dream collabs a set late? If like, who does Bushiroad have to go to these? Themselves? I don't understand why it takes so long for these to come out in English, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense that like set 7 cards for English are already being printed before the collab is announced or something like that. Like, none of that makes sense to me. So I don't know why we can't just get these on time, but it's whatever. We're just never gonna get any more collabs in English, possibly. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. They also made this announcement for the next season of Divines that all the fucking bands, all 10 of them for Bang Dream, are gonna be making a song. I don't know why you need 10 bands to make a song. That sounds a bit excessive to me, but apparently it's gonna be, all 10 of them are gonna make the song for Dear Days, for the Divines ending of the next season, season 4. So whatever. A bit excessive, but yeah. But that doesn't answer what this is, right? This 105 scheduled, so it means we might be getting another collab or something of that sort here for set 9, which we'll probably find out next Thursday. Kind of an edgy-ish band. Well, we'll see what they do, I guess. Not gonna lie, I would kill for another Shaman King collab. Me too. I learned that apparently Shaman King, the anime, the reboot anime that the collab set is based on, didn't really do that well, which is probably why we're not getting another expansion. I wish we would. I think that would do really well because a lot of people like Shaman King, and I feel like that set did pretty well, but it's not gonna happen apparently. So pastel pastelitos, yes. Poppin' Party still sounds like a knockoff band of Popcorn. It might be. Ave Maria is a punk rock band. Aren't they all rock bands? I don't know any of these, but I know Pastel did the Bermuda anime opening. Oh, okay. So they're Flam Glam essentially. Roselia the Goat. Yeah, I like Roselia. It's a pretty good Pokemon. Flam Glam is metal. Interesting. Essentially, Card Fight Deluxe Season 2 is doing what Chainsaw Man anime did. What did the Chainsaw Man anime did? I don't watch Chainsaw Man anime. I would love more Shaman King cards to put into the Shaman King Griffogilia. Oh. Ave Maria is way closer to Visual K than punk rock. I know what those words mean, but I don't actually know what those words mean. I've heard them before, but I don't actually know what Visual K is. 10 bands. 10 bands song, each band do a phrase. Yeah, that just seems so unnecessary. And like there's like 5 or 6 girls in each band. Like that just seems so excessive. I don't understand how that makes sense. Unless they each make a different opening for each episode or something like that. Or sorry, a different ending version for each single episode or something. I don't see why you need 10 whole ass bands. How do you even fit 10 bands in a studio to record? Like that doesn't make any sense. I need to sell my Bang Dream split stuff. It's not gonna be played, but none of the collab triple rares have value for the main deck. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember how it works for Morphonica, so we'll see. But Chainsaw Man, yeah, I don't know. Boy Yank said something about Chainsaw Man and then he disappeared. But all right, we'll maybe do Dear Days, but let's do some CFA testing of heroes so you guys can see what I got cooking. Not really. A really nice wallpaper now that you guys can't see, but so I tried this out earlier. I modded the cards into CFA. I did a good job this time because like I had no errors. That was good. It compiled right away, no issues. But I was able to like do the thing my first grade 3 turn, and after that, no fucking clue what I have to do. So imagine they do cover of the ending song, of the same ending song. Yeah, that's the only way that I can think of you needing 10 bands. So Chainsaw Man did an ending for each episode for different characters. Jeez, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, they owned all the bands, so that they could do that. Franchise is about 10 years old, so it makes sense that they would have a bunch of bands. Yeah, it's fine to have a bunch of bands. I just don't know how you need 10 of them to make one song. That's all I'm saying. I don't have anything against them being bands and then coming, like, none of that is an issue. It's the fact that there's so many of them in one song. It doesn't make sense to me. But or the guy who can't pay for denim can buy cases. Yeah, he's just like us, for real, for real. Let's jump over here. So I have the cards here in CFA. Load Godzilla real quick. I guess I can change this real quick. Testing. Excuse me, sorry. Buying cases is very practical, yes. And let's see, what's good testing music that is specifically in this playlist. That I can play. I like, oh yeah, I like this song a lot. I've heard it in a while. I wish I had a longer version. This one's only 20 minutes. All right. So yeah, the cards are here, right? I modded them in. This is what I'm working with. I don't think it's good, but this is what I'm working with. I've cut the shield hero, right? I'll tell you that much. I've put Closered in the ride deck. And then I'm thinking I'm dropping this completely. I'm playing extra copies of these guys. And we're gonna try that. Who's using the Chickmunk heal? Yes, I am. Do you have a heal that you dislike more? Let me know. I'll pick that one specifically. Do you like... which one do you hate most? Let me know. Which one do you dislike the most? I'll switch to that one. I guess we run a grade 3 dude that has 10k shield just to leave less chances for whiffing or skill. That's what I was considering, honestly. Honestly, I feel like that might be the way to go. Because it at least does something. You hate the dragon heal? Yeah, I don't believe you. That feels like reverse psychology. I don't think I'm gonna fall for that. Was gonna ask on Twitter, but not a fan of die base. Nah, what benefit do we get from die base? I don't understand the point of using the die base, to be honest. Other than having an extra base, but like it doesn't actually do anything for us, right? Or am I crazy? It's like a grade 0, isn't it? Yeah, because I can only use what, the first effect? No, I can't use, yeah, I can just use the first effect. That's it. Just to get energy charge 1. Like that doesn't seem like it does much. And it just, yeah, it gives the grade 2 5k extra power, but like I don't know, does that really change anything? Does that really change much? Like him getting 5 extra power, like I don't know. Boltsaurus already has that kind of power, right? So you can scout to die base? Yes, you can do that. Yeah. What is reverse psychology? Where you can energy charge 1? Yeah. Is in condition to have a dimensional robo. So you would play the die battles or whatever it is as your grade 1 Vanguard is what we're suggesting to do here. You would play this Dielander, I guess it is. Yeah, Dielander, who searches out a base and is dimensional robo. So you can immediately search out the base, play it turn 1, and then rest it, energy charge 1, not through the rest of the effect, and then you have a base on turn 1. But I just don't see the benefit for that, to be honest. And like to find a space for that, like what would I even take out for that? So I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me. So you can use the new grade 2 to search your base on turn 2. But I can also just, well, I guess because I'm not using because I took out the promo. Because the play was to play the promo, discard it, and then you can use Amos on turn 2, search a base, and then you can use the promo to then play another base, right? But I guess. Well, ugh. And I gotta deal with this shit because every time this thing is still coded to be 40 card main deck. We'll play whack ass die battles or die base or whatever. We'll play a non-hero card in my hero deck, like some sort of buffoon. But this guy. And then grade zeros. I just don't feel like it really does a lot. Like, I guess since I'm not playing the promo, fine, but I don't know. This just seems like a lot of extra steps. You don't have to run Die Marina. Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to run anything. It's just Die Lander. And that's it. You have to run Bulbul? Oh, you can't afford the promo? Yeah, I'm like 90% sure it'll get reprinted in Festival Collection. So just buy for $20 from Festival Collection. I really like Felvis because you can grab a base and it helps you setting up bases. Yeah, I like Felvis a lot. I'd rather play Felvis. Right? I would 100% rather play Felvis, but I don't even have the shield hero to make space, so I don't even know if I can play him anymore. So I'm kind of forced to play this now. So what am I missing? Am I missing triggers? Oh, I'm missing one copy of this. That's what I did. Sure, I guess. I don't know. You can scout things if die base is your order zone. Yeah, it just has to be a base, which this happens to be a base. So. I just don't remember the Angry Beavers. I remember the Angry Beavers. What you mean? How dare you? How dare you call me a kid? Heck, I'm like 10 years older than you. How dare you? How dare you come in here and call me a kid? I'm like twice your age. How dare you? The audacity to come in here and call me a kid. And I'm like twice your age. Unbelievable. I'm about to go to retirement and get my 401k, and you have the audacity to call me a kid. How dare you? Oh, but yeah, we'll try this. Fronts might be the way to go. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You're 32. I'm still older than you. I'm very much older than you, buddy. Very much older than you. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. So wish we get a new base. Supposedly we will, but we'll see what happens. 70-year-old dad, 32, is still a kid. Your dad is bugging. Oh my god. His ass. Put everything back. That's about his ass. But okay. Nothing but a concept made by the government to control us. I mean, honestly, you're not far off. Again, this is modded CFA, so I can only do hand tests. I cannot play against anyone. Right? This is just modded CFA. I don't even know what to discard here. Because I want to just skip to the turn to show you guys, but one-off base coming to hand, yeah. I mean, I can search the other base at the very least, so this isn't bad. This is like fine. But you say drop Forial, but the problem is once I ride into this, I lose access to Forial. Unless I do what X says and just don't play Forial, but then I just lose multi-attack. Like, you just set that base turn one. I don't have to do anything. Watch. We'll drop a Forial, right? We'll ride into this. Get the generator. Get this. Grab a base. Okay, it doesn't say die base, it just says a base. So we'll grab that. We'll shuffle. We'll play this garbage. We'll, I guess, fucking rest it. Get one energy for no reason. Pass turn. I think I shuffled. Get hit here. Just scout from drop? Bro, how? With what? I have no way to scout from drop. Unless I discard CB1, right? And then I can't use this dumb bitch because she's CB1 also. Oh, so draw. I gotta believe. Oh man. I'm gonna just discard fucking PG just for the sake of making this work. Go here. We're gonna discard this. Soul Blast this. Get a base. At least you can land 3 bases faster. Not really. I could have done. I swear to God, I can do this without dive base. I literally did it in testing with the promo. But yeah. And then now that I played the base, I look at top 7. It isn't maybe more consistent, but I don't know, man. I've not seen the vision yet. I'll try it. I've not seen the vision. Grab these 3. I guess we'll add this to hand. We'll put these 2 to base. I'll play this. I think I shuffle. Look at top 7. Hit fucking okay. I was gonna say hit 1. Good God. Okay, hit 2. Shuffle. Do we have a counter charger? Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. I might have to drop Forio. No longer do column swapping so that I can actually make use of the counter charger. Because the problem with the counter charger is I have no space to put him. He literally can only go in 1 column because the other column is swapping, and I can't put him behind Vanguard. So I literally just have to drop it and like play 4 copies of it. I think I might be right, unfortunately. I can just put this into base, add this to hand, and use this next turn. I don't know where I want to put this. I just want to go to next turn. You guys can see the issue with this deck. I don't know. Let's say we just call this here. Call this here, right? Whatever. She gets 5k. Like whatever. Swing, crit, power, swing, whatever, right? Clausen skill to draw the crit? Nah. Get hit here. Okay, go to grade 3, right? We're on grade 3, draw, discard. I'm just trying to get to grade 3. There we go. So I can show you how this works. I can't even do it, right? Because if you've noticed, I don't have Dianos. I don't have Dianos right now, right? I don't even have Dianos. So I have to like move this back. She gets 5k. I have to use her skill EV3 to draw, rest this. Play this guy. Then when he's on place, I did not play a base this turn. Scout a hero. I fucking guess this. And then what is it? Open deck. Add last base to hand. Alright, we'll see. And play it. And then top 7. And then we whiff. And then we whiff. Oh, there he is. Okay, he was hiding behind him. Okay. Whew. I think I'll grab the Forio, right? So this has to go to base. I don't know. I guess this goes to hand. This goes to base. I don't know. This is unfortunately once per turn. Where does this come from? Oh, I put what's his face in the base. That's what I did. Let's pretend I still have this in hand. Whoops. Let's pretend I still have this in hand. And instead, I don't fucking know. Let's say I put that into base. I don't know. Let's say that, right? So I have an attacker here. Oh, I guess I could just get him. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Hold on. I guess it's fine. I can just play this. God damn it. I can't see the hand. Add this to hand, right? I guess I can just play this here, boost with it. And then it'll, you know, activate. And then I can use this as the swap column. I don't fucking know. This is so bad. There's one more base. I guess there's one more base in deck, yeah, but I can't play it right now. Oh, these guys are saving. They can't even save their own so far. Yeah. Figured out the pot smoking intern obsessed with Soul Blast 2 a few years ago, came back. Obsessed with top 7 searches that whiff all the damn time. I mean, they usually hit, but I just can't do much with it, right? Now they're all there, and it's like, okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't really have any ways to access that. Unless I go minus. So here's the thing, right? I go to main phase, I go to battle. What I could do is I can like let's say we switch these two, right? I can swing in here, bop, and then I can swing in here with the Vanguard. Check 1, heal. Let's say that goes there. Let's say I don't heal. Check 2, first, right? Then first I activate this, I rest her, I Soul Blast 1, I switch these two, right? Then I can activate her, CB1, put these two into Soul. This already attacked, right? This one already attacked. Put this into Soul. Then I can grab Dinos from here, boom, ride him. He has -1 drive. She goes and gets scouted, right? Now that Dinos is here, heroes get plus 5k, right? Then I can, I'd have to do this first, I guess. Because it's the end of battle. I guess it doesn't matter. I can trigger both end the battle, so it doesn't really matter, but I guess I can do this, right? This gets +2. Swing, whatever. Then this goes to Soul. Countercharge. I can retire this. Call this. This gets power. Then now I can swing in here, power up. He gets a crit. And then I can check a draw. Sure. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Here, I guess. Draw 1. I only get 1 drive. Then I can swing here, and then this guy gets +10, so he's slightly... literally the same number as this. Literally the same number, only has the 10k because of the trigger. Then I end my turn on that, right? God knows if that was really anything, or if they hit defensives, or what the case may be. Then I go back and I ride here. Then I end turn. Let's say I just take 2 damage. Of course, it's 2 PGs. I guard. Whatever. Then next turn, now what do I do? Now what do I do? And what you see me play a real game of Vanguard? But I can't actually play because this is modded, so it won't let me play with people. Because the only thing I can do here is draw for turn, Persona Ride. I got a base. I managed to get the base. I play the base, I guess. Like top 7, and I happen to get a Dinos this time, right? I happen to Persona Ride, draw him to the base. Otherwise, I would have not been able to do anything. This turn, I literally would not have been able to do anything. I literally don't know which one to grab. I guess we can scout both of them. I don't know. Right? If I didn't happen to just now draw off the base, I would not be able to do it. But I also don't have Forio, unless like I guess I have to play this to get Forio. So Wolf Girl to scout Dinos from drop. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking might happen here, because she can Soul Blast him out, put him back into the base. So that's what I'm thinking. There's potential, but yeah. So I have to like play this, do the same exact play. She gets 5k. Use her skill here. EV3 rest. Call this. But like you see all the setup I have to do here, right? You see all the hoops that I have to jump just to get to this point. Like it seems excessive, no? Wolf Girl and Varric. I don't know about Kappas. Wolf Girl, I don't even know where to find space for her, but she might have a potential, but I don't know. Especially considering like I have no way to scout her, right? Like I don't know, man. Magnolia levels of convoluted setup essentially. So that's what I'm thinking, like maybe we have to just drop this, right? Because I can re-ride and I can like find ways to put Dinos back. but I can't do both Dinos and Forial every single turn unless I play multiple copies of them, and I just don't have the space. So happy that you can play Chronogen now? You mean like because it got reprinted or because it got support? I want to spar with heroes. Why is it? Yeah, no, I play Vanguard. I got the Vanguard Subies. I mean, you can play heroes now. I got support as of set 6. Okay, you mean the new support. That's good. And then she gets 5k because I happen to have a hero, right? And then I kind of have to just do the same thing here. Swing. Swing. 1 check, 2 check, bro. I decked in my whole deck. This resolves first. Soul Blast. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. This. Swap these two. Activate this. CB1. Put these two to Soul. Ride this. I'm just gonna leave her in Soul because it's like the same shit. These two get 5k. Swing here, CB1. Gets a crit. 1 check. Power crit. Does this already have 10k? I guess it did, okay. Yeah, so he gets plus 15. And he had a crit. This guy gets, he has 5 and he just gets another 10 essentially. So swing. I guess I gave him both power from the triggers or something. Swing, this goes to Soul Countercharge. Swing, end turn. Ride this. I don't know. I've come to the conclusion that the easiest but painful option to the Dinos for the Lemme is to just run more copies. Alright. What's getting taken out then? Right? Because you have to play Ferris to get Forial out from base every single turn. So then what's getting taken out? Like I don't understand how we mix out. Do you want me to just not play PGs? I mean that's all that's really left. It hurts because I'm taking up an extra card space to play a base. But like yeah, I don't know. Cut the base searchers? Oh. Tuesday we're gonna see the Regalis pieces for Leonor / a dual deck set. Yeah, I thought it was today because they didn't really show much today, but apparently it's on Tuesday. Yeah, I have no CB to play Darnia. Oh my gosh, no CB to play the best card in the deck. Oh, yeah, cutting the base searchers, bro. I don't know, man. This sounds like I'm having trouble walking and you're telling me to cut off my foot so that I can have an easier time walking. Like this, I don't know. This is not compute. I don't know, man. That just sounds crazy. So if I cut Folio, what does the attack pattern become at that point? Because I can't swap anything and all my boosters go to Soul, so I guess I would just lose this. If she at least instead of going to Soul like scouted it or something, then I can justify the Wolf Girl. But the Wolf Girl is only on scout, which literally only happens if I have her in hand turn 2, if I have her in hand and I play this guy, if I have her in drop. I don't know, man. All the Darnia just like 2? Oh! You cut Forial, it just becomes a 4 attack deck with 1 Vanguard attack. Exactly! And I just feel so whack. But like, I don't know, man. That was like okay with 4 base searchers. Having 5 is enough to be moderately consistent, I guess, but is it really better? Like, let's look at it this way. Is this payoff really better than this payoff? Like being able to aggro on like turn 2 and get multi-attack or whatever, get multi-attack, really better than like, or less than like this? Really? 1 drive is a lot, is it? 1 drive for CB1, put 2 cards into Soul? I don't know. And having no shield because I don't have the shield hero? I guess, but like, oh man, I don't know. I feel like you minus too much, but I don't know, man. This feels bad. This feels bad. This feels so bad, but we'll try it. She has the defensives that I won't hit. I don't know about that. But like, if I don't hit them, then I die. If I ever hit blanks, I die, right? Oh, I don't know. You know what I really feel like listening to, unfortunately? Sorry. I really like this. Okay, I might just play Dianos with the new support and ignore her at this rate. I think that's the play. I think that's the play until they reveal the other cards. You might be better off just playing just this guy, and that's it. I feel like, honestly, that's better. So, I mean, it's win by checking triggers. It's so ass. It's not even, it's win by checking triggers, and also, don't die if you check triggers. If you don't check triggers, you will die because you will not guard, right? Because there's nothing, there's no shield anywhere. So, which I guess is true for most decks, but we also don't plus in any way, shape, or form, other than literally this one drive check. So, I have 4 of this, so I can get rid of it. Or not. Fuck me. Jesus. All that deck thing, just play first ring at this point. It doesn't matter possible. When new biscuits reveal, I think we've come clear. Yeah, I honestly think it's just, it's that kind of thing, bro. Are we playing card fight, no Vanguard? No card? Honestly, yeah. Let's say we go, I don't know, let's say we go second this time. Not that it makes a difference, but let's say we go second. Of course I got a base. I'm just, this doesn't count. I'm just that blessed. This doesn't count. I'm just that good, okay? Oh. Swing, check, and heal, stand, draw. Just for the sake of testing, right? We'll just discard this. Literally nothing I can do at this point, so we have to play it. Top 7. Didn't I really say that the cards were missing, or did you hear that? I heard that from someone in my Discord, but I don't know Japanese, so I cannot confirm this. Right? Who do I want here? I don't really want this. I guess I could add it to hand, but I already have one in hand, so it's whatever. I can add this to use its effect, I guess, and then these two can go in. Like, there's no tomorrow playing heroes, I guess. I don't know how good of a strategy that is, but sure. I can put this here, draw 1. And, like, I don't really need energy right now, so I can draw again, I guess. Can't really play. I can play this, assuming it's not a retire matchup. This doesn't get power, right? And I went second, so I can't use this. So I'll swing in here. Now scout the second one. Yeah, I guess. Swing past. Their grade 3 turn. They just beat my whole ass. Like, just bent over, beat me up. Right. Guard. Draw. Who needs to guard? Mama ain't raised no bitch. I ain't guarding nothing. There's no legit way around it. I mean, that's why I was playing Felvis, because at least I could discard my bases and not worry about it, but like, yeah. The other restand is asking for so much much less payoff. Yeah. I gotta agree with that. Now I gotta do, unfortunately, this. Soul Blast 1. Pitch. I guess the DNOs, I can technically get access to it if I ever see Source. It was worse than Vanguard. Damn, that's a big insult. I don't know, man. Not getting power unless you have a grade 3 in Soul. With a different name, plus losing 2 rear guards, and having to pay CB1, and losing a drive. Must well play redone. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's a lot. Could have dropped the Dinos to ride. Isn't that what I did? Well, I ended up having a discard anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. To be honest, I don't think more cards are gonna fix this combo. I think it's gonna make it different. I think it's just gonna make this combo be different. I don't think it's gonna be the same combo. That's the only way that I can see it making sense. I just felt it was so cheap to buy, or like cost wise. Different Price said that the announcer said the card would go great with the new base that's coming out. Okay, so I guess that's confirmed that there apparently is going to be something new coming out, but. Why we don't get the new base at the same time as this card, I will not understand. Other than like, haha, let's make a fucking promo, which is like gotta be the top 10 scummiest things they could ever do. Like, that would be insultingly scummy if they make it into just a tournament promo. So, I guess I can add this to hand, put this here. Call this here. Excuse me. Call this. Oh. Yeah, like that's the only thing. Like I can't think of another reason other than it being a promo. This sucks now because she can't hit for shit, so she just fucking sits there like a dumbass. Cause machines. Yeah, hopefully it's a card of the day, but it makes no sense for it to just not reveal it, especially when they only did 3 cards. I understand if they did like 9 cards or something like that and they didn't want to spend time on it or whatever, but they only revealed 3 cards today, so why would they not reveal it right away? Have soul problems anymore? I mean, it has no soul problem, it has many more problems. They never really new base is such an ass move. It has to be insanely busted to fit 6 mess. Like, unless they're making... The only way I'll justify it is if they're making, like, a deck product or something like that for heroes, or... I don't know, right? Some other thing, then... Or if it's coming in set 9, and it's getting revealed with Dai Kaiser or some shit like that, that's the only way that they can justify it. Right? Otherwise, it makes no sense why it didn't just get revealed now, so... Here's to change the combo. The problem right now is that there isn't much to do but try out the same combo. Yeah. But look at the power of the die base. You can use Darnia's skill right now. Yeah, but like I can't because she doesn't hit, and I went second, so I have to wait until after the swing. Ditch Persona to call another scout. That sounds so bad. Considering my only way to get power is Persona. Base better say right any grade 3 can consider Persona. That'd be nice. Think 10k baby numbers, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't hit numbers anymore, so I got the 2 copies. Like, it's so dumb. Like, that's such an ass backward statement. Like, yeah, this card, this is bad now. Like, literally last year, this was the strongest card in the whole kit, and now it's bad, bro. Insane. There's no way that this chick comes in and it's just like, nah. There could only be one cool hot girl in this deck. Get the fuck out with your big ass forehead. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Speed of Valiant coming out? Yeah, I doubt it. They need more power with leveragers running around. That 5k ain't gonna do jack shit. Yeah, exactly. Zan, I'm not gonna Persona right twice. You don't know that. I could check crit and guard. Fine, Ek. Let's alright. Fuck turn 4, right? Fine, be that way. Let's call this shit out. Rest that. There you go. Even then, I don't have anything to call out from base anyways. Unless I fuck myself and I call her out after I attack with her or something like that, and then I'm stuck on Dionos for whatever reason. But yeah, so swing, pathetic 13k. Pathetic 13k. Check nothing. Check nothing. I'm dead next turn. Not CB. Soul Blast 1. I'm not in battle phase. Rest this. Swap. Put these 2 into... I'm sorry, not base, into soul. Yeah, if it at least scouted the heroes, if it scouted the heroes, it would be infinitely better. If it just scouted the heroes, it would be infinitely better. Because then I can actually get access to them. And if she at least gave him like 10k or something, instead she just makes him weaker for no sustainable reason other than just like, fuck you, be weaker. But, swing, check fucking nothing. Swing, I guess, I don't know. Counter charge, retire. What am I gonna call? So yeah, this is pretty bad. I check nothing, guaranteed defensives. Okay, swing. Ride. Pass turn. No defensive. No defensive. No defensive, I die. Oh yeah. Have you ever seen a turn 4? It is fuck turn 5. More like like dog. If this is a restand that pumps the front row 20k, why the fuck they just have at least let the new Vanguard gain power to the front row too? It's round free ride, like it just gives nothing. It literally minuses you just to give you 1 drive. Like it sets you back just to give you 1 drive. I'm to buy a V-Man's deck, burst deck, so that I can do the V-Man's move of writing direct duel. I mean, either get it now or wait. I feel like that deck is gonna get revamped soon. Did they even play test their cards? This thing is crazy coming out of the same set. Yeah, insane. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be cards missing. Like, I did the same exact sequence earlier, and I was like, there's something missing here. Or we have to play this completely different. But like, even if we play it completely different, it doesn't sound as good, right? So there just has to be something missing that they haven't revealed, and I'm worried why they haven't revealed it along with this. Did the B&B heroes just stand for bad? Why did it do to my Grenardia? I don't know. I don't know, man. Any base will scout. Scout shit from Soul, maybe, but even then, it's gonna be too late because I'm only gonna have Soul after I fucking minus. So maybe the wave is to still ride line Dinos. I mean, Claws are turn 5 finisher, but then you don't have Persona Ride. That's the problem. Like, if she was a finisher, it would have made sense, but you would have to ride her from hand and not Persona Ride that turn. So turn 5, no Persona Ride. There's no way you're finishing out a game against like 90% of the decks if you're not Persona Riding at that point. Like, like just take away Persona Ride just for the sake of having extra drive. Like, that doesn't equate. I'm sorry, I don't think that equates. Especially when my numbers are already so small to begin with. My biggest attacker is this guy, and he goes up to 25. I'm playing Magnolia over here, essentially, with less attacks and more setup. And I'm not even talking about Magnolia Mask. So, so rough. You don't have the hand to make it to turn 5. That, I mean, you could if you don't ride. If you have Dinos, you could maybe make it a turn 5. It's just that you won't have enough of a payoff. The next base gives Forest Mockers. I mean, that'll be the only way we get anything. So we're gonna still set 10 or promo. I mean, it could come in set 9. Like I'm saying, it could be with Daikaiser, right? Because Daiusha already uses bases. It's possible that it comes out in set 9. Either for Daikaiser or just period, it comes out in set 9 for whatever reason. It could come out as a card of the day, but it could also more than likely be a promo. Fine, I have no options. I'll just write about manga's good. They indeed want you to play it different, but the way to play it different is missing. Yeah, the puzzles. It like literally feels like we're trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle, and like 5 of the pieces are literally just missing. So turn 4 is gonna kill their hand. So you want to Persona Ride turn 4 and then turn 5? Not Persona Ride. Survive. Have her in hand to then ride. Oh, I don't know, man. That seems. I think you might be asking for a lot. Would you test Dinos with the new Vanguard? Just the other 2 cards? I could do that. Yeah, I feel like that's honestly the way. Knack was right. The shipping verse is crazy. Yeah, no matter where Bob and Levy just guard through insane numbers. Yeah, like I'm glad like even Knack was like, this shit ain't right. Like I know I work for y'all, and I'm not allowed to say this shit whack, but this shit fucking whack. So yeah, there's got to be something up. I just don't understand why they didn't come together. I would not mind if it's in the same set and they're trying to do like a mystery or whatever, but I have no faith that it's some sort of mystery. I think it's something more coming. That works for both decks and does insane shit. Yeah, maybe. So now 1 or 2 defenses shut off our multi attack. Not even 2, bro. Just 1. Just 1. Yeah. So if we consider this a failed experiment, and we just try the new cards, because at least then Darnia is actually playable, right? At least Darnia is playable. That will even keep the whole die base thing. I don't need to run 3 of these anymore, and I can even run the shield hero. Right, I can even do that. I could even run Felvis if I wanted to, but where is he? I could even run the Wolf Girl. Right, because I just actually have the space to do stuff, right? I might have to play this because I literally would not have soul otherwise, but I could play the Wolf Girl, but I don't know if it's better. Anime reveal? Sure, at the end of the anime season, surely they'll reveal it. The secret American player is gonna pop up the deck and they're gonna reveal the base. Sure thing. I'll tell you what, if that happens, if that happens, I will pop off so loud, and I will never ever question anything you ever say again, Zach, ever again. I lost all faith in Bushiroad when I saw the new Unica too. Removing the scaling is crazy. Yeah, I mean that one, that could have been better. It's not as bad, but that could have been a lot better. Yeah, I don't understand what they went with that. Is it meta, but she's improving over the mask? Yeah, exactly. It's really good, and we have more space to run good cards. Yeah, the Wolf Wheel is pretty good for keeping the base full and recycling Darnia. Yeah, I just don't think I have the soul for it or the space for it. So unless I just don't, I guess technically, this is stupid. I can technically like run like 2 of this and then just use her to recycle him, because they kind of work together, because he soul charges her soul blast, but I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, this feels a little yikes, to be honest. A little bit yikes. I don't know, maybe 1 more of this. I don't know, let's try that. Speed up for Wolf Girl completely? For what? I don't have anything to interact with the base like that anymore. And then I have no way to get soul, and I have 3 cards that use soul. So I don't know, man. When Unu comes back, would a new Nirvana work? I don't know if I want a new Nirvana, to be honest, but I guess you'd have to get one. Guess I can draw here. So yeah, like this works out perfect, because I can like discard this, ride this. The Wolf Girl might actually be really good. Hold on. She might actually be really good. Search for... Ugh, I'm gonna have to buy these FR now. I have to fucking buy these FR. If this actually ends up working out, that's so aggravating. Rest, get 1 energy for whatever reason. Pass turn, take 1. Sure thing. Stand, draw. Of course it is. Yeah, whatever. Well, I guess I can hit the base. No, I don't want to do that. Right. Use your new barrel? Yeah, sure. Maybe in a dream fantasy that I had. Because I could do this. This can scout her. Search deck for this. Shuffle. Then this, I get top 7. I can get this. Not that. Damn it. Top 6, I guess now. This. And a dash if I wanted to. I already have a shield here and drop, so I guess we'll get this. I can add Persona to hand. We can put this in base. Whoop, whoop. And then she activates her effects. I can Soul Blast 1 since she was scouted. And I can grab this guy, put him into the base, and then I can Soul Charge 1. And then it's a heal. Because of course it is. Soul Charging sucks ass as a mechanic. Then I can play this. Like a top 7. Pretty sure I shuffled. We can get 1, 2, and 3. We can. Is this Ferris? No. We can add this to hand. Scout. Whoops. Scout these 2. I don't know if I want to. I use this scout. I don't think I want to use this scout. Diabase FR is indeed expensive. Yeah. Wolfgo plus Viral Calpus heal. I don't know, man. Closet gives a whole 2 soul. From minusing, yeah. Feels like we play full blast with the new ride line, which is pretty good, by the way. I feel like that's also full wave to go right now. Interesting to see Divines did Legion Mate and see an Evo Yu for Rockin' fight. I doubt it. That would be interesting. Still shocked that die base counts as a base card since die is conjoined with base. Well, I mean, it just says, it's not even that, it just literally says, it's not because of the name, it's literally because it's a base card. Like, it literally has the keyword base, same thing as this one. It has the keyword base. So it was on purpose, and not just because of the name. So charge that heal that I could have damaged denied myself. Yeah, I know. What a sham I am. Dark States Way can play about Troll Sword. Yes, I've been hurt enough. Like would one more drive check really fix his hand? Like, be for real? Yeah. I'm sure nice 5% of Dark States players will charge their LT once in their lives. Yes. I'm sick of it. Love Soul Charging PGs when Vlad Myers writing up. Yeah, I hate it. I'm sick of it. I deserve better. We deserve better than to just fucking constantly get shafted by this. So I can like call this swing CB1, retire, call this swing, check, base. So good. Swing, this goes to so counter charge. Pass turn. Pick 1 to draw trigger because I'm just him. Guard. Draw. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I just don't Persona Ride. I don't know. I guess I have 1 shield hero, so I can guard with fucking that. I don't know. I can get 1 more base. Dump the only 15k shield in your hand. Okay, sure thing. Worse is in my head. Who needs to guard? Persona Ride is more important. Unfortunately, I'd have to play this guy. And like, I don't know, scout this, I fucking guess. Like, being able to scout is nice, but having it to be from hand when I already don't have cards in hand is kind of yikes. Like, it's nice, but like, I don't know, man. Where the hell is Ferris? There she is. And it's the hand. Put this here. Like, I know you technically will get another card, but like, odds of you getting what you need and whatnot is insane. Old Felvis is the only way to get stuff from base, like Persona. Yeah, that's why I really like him. So I don't know. I might have to find space for him somehow. 5 attack turn 3 won't be a thing to hero players with 2 intercepts. Won't be a thing to hero player with 2 intercepts? What do you mean? I guess let's play the other base before I do anything else. I was hoping to see a wolf girl, but I did not. I guess I can throw these into the base. This guy doesn't really do anything for me right now. I guess I can add this to hand to guard with. And then I can Felvis. I could draw, but doesn't seem like a good idea. In order to get this, I guess, so I can swap a column. And do this shit again. It's 5k, he gets 5k. I guess we go to battle. I'm gonna use it to guard. I just don't want to soul charge. Is the thing, because I've decked in so much. So I have a feeling this is gonna be a trigger. Swing. Crit. Okay. Well, it wasn't been elementary, I guess. Check this, check that. Put this here. So blessed to do that. These guys get a measly 10k. Wow, big numbers. Whoo, man, look at this fella. Big ass numbers. Wham, bam, 20 fucking 5 card hand. I might as well play barrel. Holy shit. This feels just as bad. This feels just as bad. I don't know. And then leverage just is like, all right, marker, go fuck yourself. I don't know. I mean, presumably my deck is all fucking gas, right? So like, I should be good to go, but like, oh my gosh, I don't know. There's still no swap. Yeah. I can do this. I have 5 guards from base, but you won't have a next turn if I do that. I mean, I don't have 5 because each one is Soul Blast, and this one can't guard. So I technically only have 4, but technically 3 because I have to Soul Blast 1 every time. And all I really have is I have what? 1 Espida. Everything else is 5k shield. So oh, it's kind of rough. Kind of rough, fellas. We're on the Birdman who resets the base and calls himself, bro. Why do you want to play all these bad cards? They already give us bad cards, and bro's like, yo, what if you even play an even worse card? What if you make the deck worse? Right? What if instead of tier 5, we aim for tier 7? Oh, you mean Harvey Birdman over here? So he's just what? Instead of soul blasting, he can guard, and that's it. Oh, yeah. Just try Copious. Oh my gosh, bro, it's literally named Copium, and you want me to try this? At the end of the turn, scout him and a card with B hero in its name from my hand to base. Draw 1. Use an order in standard. Why? Why? Explain to me how this is good. Right? He doesn't get any power. He's a grade 3. He minus me from hand a specific card in hand, right? Which is usually just my Persona Ride. To draw 1, which maybe will be a trigger, just to stand a base. to scout the wolf girl. If I have her, I have to play like 4 of her, and then like, I don't know, man. I wish it condensed the Halo's report. There's too many individual regards with good effects, but not enough space. I mean, I don't know about good effects. We have some that have good effects. We have a lot that don't. I feel like these are all the good heroes, essentially, so... I need to run 4 of the Wolf Girl? Then why am I running this if I'm not running 4 of the Wolf Girl? How am I gonna have her in hand, then, if I'm not running 4 of her? I don't know, man. Like, I'm underestimating the power of the base search. I feel like you're underestimating how small my hand is gonna feel. Sure, let's... Well, drop a Darnia, because this man hates Darnia. Apparently, this is the worst card, so let's not run Darnia. Let's just run this dweeb, right? Let's only run 2 Darnia. Fuck it. This card is so bad. Let's only run 2 of her, right? Let's run this grade 3. That's so much better. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I don't know, man. Airlines, Mecca. Here's an example of the less sum of the parts. Less than the sum of the parts. Having a ton over heroes? Yeah. Highlander build, honestly. It won't do much, but you could have it happen. We'll keep this guy so we can see if he does anything. That's not great. I don't know. Let's say we go first again. That's okay. I guess we do this again. Technically a dead card right now. I can mark him early. Okay, sure, he's gone. I don't know how I'm supposed to get him out then if I don't have him on the board. Play this. Rest it to get 1 energy. One energy. Pass turn. What am I playing? I'm trying to play B Heroes with the new support that came out. It's hard mulligan for the base and the searcher. Yeah, unfortunately that did not happen. Of course, I take that as damage. Draw, and it's fucking... Alright, let's assume, I guess, that I'm just blessed and I got that. Ride. All. I don't know. Hate having a fucking scalp from hand, bro. This just feels so bad. This feels so bad, man. Scout from hand to maybe +1. Ugh. Look at top 7. Website. It's a program called CFA, Card Fight Area. I also have this that I can do. I tell you your philosophy. Okay. I guess if we're trying to do this, I'm grabbing this. I guess we'll do this some other time. Grab that. Not much else I can do here. I'm guessing I'm supposed to keep scouting this, which makes no sense because how the hell am I supposed to get this back? I don't understand how I'm supposed to play this card if I'm just gonna keep scouting it. But I never use this grade 2 effect because it just usually never works out. Like exchanging a piece for a trigger, like that doesn't seem usually a good option. Let me close that. It's raining. It's kind of loud. So if I don't see a base pulse mulligan, I usually search for Aegis. unless I see the new grade 2, in which case I grab die base. Capus doesn't need to do anything until turn 3. Capus is purely for setup. Yeah, but I need him in hand to set him up, unless I'm wasting resources to get him out of base, though. But why search ages? It's the same thing. I mean, I guess I happen to see this, right? But I guess it, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm using resources to get him out of there. Draw. Swing. Blank. Swing. Pass turn. Get bent over. Guard. I don't know. Draw. Guard shield. Who needs that? Ride. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right place to call her, but get base. Base. Shuffle. Top 7. Where's the Bob level ride line for Heroes version? I mean, honestly, yeah, we could use a much better grade 2 at least. At least the grade 2. Set up on turn 3. For turn 3, I usually see him on base on search, and you play one copy, and you usually see him on base. That I don't think I'm that good to see my one of by turn 3 like that, but I feel like the new grade 2 is a 2 to 3 of just to end attack chains from Darnia, or in case you don't see Darnia and you don't you still run Felvis to aggressively accelerate bases from grade 2. I agree, Sparkwire. I 100% agree. I do not like this guy as much as I originally thought of. Yeah, Felvis I feel like is definitely the better play. Maybe some combination of the 3 of them works out really well, but I think Felvis is definitely still really good if we're not playing the new girl. What do I have in drop? Something great right now. Well, I'm apparently trying to do the fucking the grade 3, right? So I'm adding this to hand. I need 2 of these, I guess. I'm gonna call this out. EV3. Call this dummy out. And then, I don't know. Discard PG. Call this out. And then 5k, 5k. Go to battle. I don't know if it matters to have him attack first. This game isn't the best Post Mulligan, definitely not. I guess he can attack first. Swing and then swing, get crit. First check. Power. Crit, assuming he blocked it. Second check. Soul Blast. Swap. Extra 10, extra 5. Swing. Tire. All. 15. This has plus 10. Same numbers. This is plus 5. Swing. End of turn. Scout this unit. And one from my hand. This and this, I guess. Draw 1. And then stand a base. And then Wolf Girl says, Soul Blast my last soul. I can put Speeda in there. And he says Soul Charge 1. Okay. God damn this. Best viewers bullshit. Still find the early game Salos though, and the Couples Wolf Girl combo is definitely more important than running the closet. Your hand on average is smaller than previous sets? Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't know how that is. I feel like part of that is because I don't have Felvis to discard base and play base, so I can keep a trigger instead of discarding discarding a trigger to ride. I can discard the base and then ride the base from drop. But since I don't have that play, I have to just pass. I don't know. I feel that we should just give up for now. Find out later today when they reveal the card of the day and it's the new base, and we can reconvene when that happens. Just died. The compass play didn't work out best here, but I'll make it work eventually. Trust eventually. Okay, sure thing. Show me. Show me. I'm still a non-believer, unfortunately. I'm willing to give it a shot if I see it work, but I don't think right now it's a very good card. But I'm willing to change my mind if you can show me how it works. I think you need to run more EB3 Calm from base grade 1. Let you rely on base to call searchers, and the Dayusha order is also kind of a trap. I agree. I don't like using the die base. I don't think it hurts. I don't think it's making a difference. But I don't think it's a benefit either, right? Like, you can already set up 3 bases with Felvis, right? You can already kind of do that. And I feel like with this guy, you should be able to set up 3 bases really easily, right? I don't know what an extra base on turn 1 really does, other than give this guy 5k, which I guess helps, because it gives you another version of this, which is nice, but you had like 2 to 3 test hands where you use die base to find your first base with the new grade 2. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Should I have not done that? Let me hear some consolidation words. Isn't as bad as the first wave of Great Nature got in the V collections. This isn't the first wave though, Ek. This is like wave 7 of hero support. So we've gotten support in Divines also. We've gotten like 5 cards in Divines. So that's not really consolidation. With the grade 1 and the full base, you can call full board, save hand, and aggro better, yeah. But I don't know. In summation, I don't think the new grade 3 is that great right now. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like the 3 cards we have are playable. It might be good at some point, but right now I don't think it's it, personally. Means you were able to search a base and have at least 2 up on turn 2. But I would have had 2 up on turn 2 anyways, though. Right? Because I would have gotten, if I had the seal, I would have searched out a normal base and then played this guy, gotten a base from deck, and then played one from hand. So it would have been technically the same thing. The only difference, yeah, I can't, other than like I have a higher chance of drawing the normal base, but can I play the new guy at grade 2 if you set it from hand? Right, so I play him first is what I mean. I'd play him first, then I would play the base from hand. So it's just basically the same thing as Amos. So it would have been the same thing, like if I had searched the base turn 1, not played it, played this guy, then I would have gotten the thing and then I could have played it. I have no base to pay the costs, no base to pay the scout costs. That is true. That's so fucking stupid. That is true. That is so fucking stupid. So I literally can't play this guy unless I play die base. That is really dumb, actually. Yeah, the new base has to be grade 1. Otherwise, I don't think they want you to play die base. I don't think they want you to play die base. I guess that means that the new base is going to be grade 1. You just happen to be able to play die base right now, but that is kind of ass. Who rest could be V play Boomerang? Yeah, maybe. So it seems like a very strange card to run. Also, you can no longer persona ride with a deck gravely needs. Yeah, it's very strange. So I don't think it's going to be good enough because that card has to do a lot, right? It have to be extra cards that do a lot. Yeah, I guess it could be grade 0. It really wouldn't make a difference, I guess. I think it would, it has to be crazy. Like, we would have to get that and like another rear guard, I think, that like replaces her and does like another thing. They'd have to like get another version of this that has some sort of other effect, or like another version of the shield hero that does something else. I don't know, but it would have to be a card that replaces 2 of our cards, and it does the same thing as those 2 cards, but really good. And then a new base. I don't know. I guess to be fair, I can't believe Bushiroad is making me say this. If they give us a promo base, we only have to play 1 copy of it. If it's like grade 1, grade 0. So technically, if it's a promo, it would not be that bad, because you only have to get a single copy. Is it good with Dayusha? Yeah. Or maybe you could write it after attacking with your Vanguard from base. What do you mean? Acting B hero, dimensional robo that isn't that geyser, just to throw the up. I don't know about that. They already told him what was that thing called? Lasers? You know, another triple rare? I don't know if we get a triple rare. I don't know if heroes unfortunately can get triple rares like that, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah. It's just not making sense to me right now. Like, maybe I feel like we can make a version of this work, right, where we still use Dinos and we change the ratios of this and remove include cards, include Felvis, whatever, and we can make the deck better than it is now. Not by, you know, a lot, but it will be better than the previous version, yes. Not by a lot. It won't like change its like tier placement, for example, but it would be better. Whereas like playing with this, I feel like it's just not playable right now. Like, you can play it, but it's just not worth it until we find out what else they're giving us. I feel like that's what it is right now. I don't know. Zeo, that's what it was, Zeo. Like attack with Dinos and then a new grade 3 triggers after attacking rides itself from base. Like, that would have been better. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, it should have done that. Or it should have at least the minimum that it could have done, the bare minimum is that it could have put the Dinos that you ride from base, it could have put that guy back into base. Instead, it leaves it in Soul. Because then I have to find another copy of him to go back into Soul, which is really annoying. So the only thing okay, so maybe the base says every time something goes to the grade 1 or grade 0, whatever the new one is, every time something is put into Soul, instead scout it. That wouldn't be so bad, right? That wouldn't be so bad, because then that means every time we soul charge off of this, we can plus, right? If it's a hero, it can go to base, and then this becomes way less minus. It's instead take 2 heroes, scout them, right, or something like that. And whenever you ride a hero, it puts it into the base also. That would be nice. You'd have like no soul, obviously, but that's the only way to make this not suck, is if stuff can go into your base so you can reuse it instead of going to soul. But yeah. It would have been Twin Drive. Yeah, if it was at least Twin Drive. For all of these hurdles we have to jump through, Twin Drive would have at least been nice. I'll experiment for the new people who don't know the old era like a Platinum Ezzo. Enjoyed for the class. Yes, I know. The card is very bad. That is... Yeah, let's go. It is very bad. We're there, Rick. It is... At 5 damage, to counterblast 3, choose 5 rear guards, they get 5k. That's it. And if you have Ezzo, you get 2k. So you have cross ride. That's it. Yes, we're dumb. Things were bad, Grandpa, I know. This is what they considered an end of season boss. Yeah. We know Glory did like twice as much as that. I can't believe the crit was only a Vanguard 0 thing. Damn, all the new support is kind of bad then. I mean, they're not bad. They definitely all have downsides. They're not automatically good cards. As of right now, again, I feel like there's a piece missing, which is that new base. Once we get that, I feel like it'll feel like a more complete package. Because like this has a benefit, this has a benefit. It's just not worth running them, to be honest. This one's pretty questionable. Yeah, why does it minus is so hard for a deck that doesn't even plus? Like there's 0 ways for this deck to plus at all. We do not plus at all. None of the cards we play plus. Everything is you break even. Because this is basically discard 1, draw 1. This is basically play 1 card, draw 1, right? Like there's nothing here that like actually pluses. This is literally discard 1, draw 1, right? Literally discard 1, draw 1. So we don't hard plus, right? Even this is retire 2 rear guards, draw 1. So we just don't plus in any way, shape, or form. Just so bad. I'm also trying to work on tank hero list, but it's so bad. What does that mean? It's good support, but all of them have an annoying asterisk, keeping them from coming together cohesively. Good support doesn't have asterisks. Yeah, I kind of agree. But yeah. We're gonna get our own Tsukadachi. When it gets shoved into Soul, it gets scouted. I don't even know if that would be good. But maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have to be something insane like that. I don't know. I don't feel like I don't feel like entertaining this anymore, just because like we have to kind of wait and see. We have to wait and see. I feel like we might be wasting our time, right? So not to say that you can't make something work with this, but I just feel like we should just wait until we get more. Ferris is the only direct plus. Yes, she's the only direct plus. Yes, that is correct, because she actually gives your body on board for a relatively low cost. This is technically a plus because you discard and then you CB 1 column back, right? But and then he puts something from drop into base. It's like, okay, those are the only 2 ways that we can plus, really. But Cook Bushi, please make all grade 3B heroes Persona ride over each other. That'd be nice if we could at least do that, but Blizzard are not to board or not to board, not to hand. Yeah, this one's to board, this one's to board, and to base. So. This all could have been solved if they gave us a new Dinos. Yep, honestly, even if, or they could have just made this like a break ride or cross ride or whatever, or like anything. Like I don't understand how we have to go from like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense the way these two interact right now. It just doesn't make any sense. It's either you play this in main deck and have to break your back backwards just to get this out, or you play this in main deck and then this is like a really awkward bad finisher. Like it just doesn't make sense. And they keep releasing different grade 3 B heroes since that's what they want. That'd be okay if we had like a way to actually do this, but who knows. If that was a thing, like I said, if they make this into like Youthberg where we have a bunch of hero forms or whatever, that'd be great. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's what we're getting, because this is heroes we're talking about, right? Like, at least they were technically in the anime, but like, yeah, saying that this is a deck that is going to get heavily supported is kind of like a tall order, right? Bushiroad should have given us a new Dinos. They made this deck inconsistent and changed up the whole playstyle of how B heroes are supposed to play. Yeah. Currently, yes. But again, we're supposedly getting something that'll make it make sense. So we can revisit this then, and if it doesn't make sense after we get the new cards, then yeah, we can get we can get like pissed off or whatever. They were in the anime because now needed a win after scrubbing out in the Fated Clash. Yeah, essentially. Which is why I don't think that we're gonna get like a bunch of different forms or another Grade 3 Vanguard. I don't think that's gonna be possible. Right? I find it hard to believe that they'll do that for this deck, but they do give heroes a lot of support. So like, we have been getting a lot of support. Whether it's good is a different story. But we have been getting a lot of support because this is from like what, set 5? And we got the fuck, we got, what was it? We got this in set 6, this in set 8, this was a promo, this was set 2, right? So they do give out a lot of hero support. It's just a lot of it just isn't great. This was what? Yeah, this was set 5. Especially lately, they've been giving out a lot of hero support, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have a lot of faith in the deck to give it that much support. Emotion for taking we need a new grade 3 and pulling out the biggest monkey spawn relation ever. Yeah. Yep. You got what you wished for. Yep. This is what you wanted, right? Well, meanwhile, it's like that meme where what is it, James Franco? With like Barrow and his upgrade, like, oh, first time you got a shitty upgrade. I think the only way is just hard rushing, even with the minuses, because the new support tries to push more attacks. Yeah, but then they check a defensive. If we had at least better numbers, maybe, I don't know. Maybe here's what we said. Imagine if they pull the same Spirit Flag with new form. I doubt it. The deck wonky now. It's a mess. Word on the street is from the stream, from the reveal stream, is that there's gonna be a new base that's coming. That's gonna make all of this make sense. But yeah, if you try to play the new cards, it just doesn't. It's just a hot mess. it's a hot mess. So yeah. What's sad is that we don't need a new Flagbearer, Grand Fear, or any other decks that haven't gotten any new Vanguard. Or we still don't have one. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think it's mainly just those two, honestly, that don't have a new form. But yep. Meanwhile, people are asking for like a new Seraph Snow or other decks that already, a new Varga decks that already got their form already, asking for more forms. But yeah. I should have just got worse amount. Yeah, take all the B hero pain, double it, and give it to Flagbearer. Damn. Base promo, promo base for $50. Yeah, essentially. It might be a one of. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a promo because Bushiroad is Bushiroad, but it's gonna be a one of, or it's gonna be in set 9, and it's gonna work with Dayusha / Daikaiser support, and we play it as a one of. He would be placed by his sister. That so requires using the OG in the right deck. Yeah. Apparently, it is indeed very wonky. Yeah. We need to unmask all the mask decks like Unica. We already did Unica and Magnolia. I mean, we could. I don't know. I'm not against the topic, but some mask decks it works for, and I'm not against them making new mask decks either. Like Solarian Mask works so much better than the original version for some reason. So I don't know if we need to unmask him, for example. So Omni Grugio works really good with the mask, but Zorga technically already got unmasked, so we're already asking for a new youth break after the one we got this week. Yeah, probably asking for a new revolve form too. Need Ogma for Lord like yesterday. I don't think that would be next, huh? Yeah, unfortunately, that is probably next. Cooking hard with Orphis? Yeah, Orphis. I guess Orphis can get a new form. I guess it's been long enough. Apologies, should have been Energy Blast. Yeah, that would have been slightly better. I don't even know if that would have been better, honestly, because then it would have clashed with Ferris. But it would have been. I would have rather maybe clash with Ferris than to clash with like everything else. But yeah, CB and -2, it seems like a lot. It's at 12. Yeah, maybe it's at 12 when they reprint Luard, I guess. I don't know how soon that is, but yeah. Want to play this against Bev? I can't, unfortunately, because so I'm playing on a modded version of CFA because it's not available. The heroes aren't available in CFA. So I can't play against anyone. I can only hand test, unfortunately. like Zakusa. I have more than 2 lines of dialogue in the cheerleader club. Nah. You mean the main quote-unquote villain? From the last series? The guy that they build up as like the strongest fighter and I went around destroying everyone? Nah. Such a mess. I will never forgive them from doing that nonsense. I think Zakusa didn't even win a single fight before they made him like the uniformer's god or whatever the fuck out of nowhere. Oh, such a dumbass plot point. Mushiro seems to focus more on the popular decks and just throwing mediocre support for decks people rarely play. Yup, basically. Most of the times that is the case. Curious to see what the OG creator of Blackout is going to give. Honestly, I wouldn't hate if they just played an old deck. But I guess if we get a new deck, I wouldn't mind it. Interesting to see. Should have gone, yeah. Should have gotten a win rate 100%. Zaku's win rate literally 0. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. Like, they couldn't even try to build that up a little bit more. At 3 seasons of Wildress to build up Zakusa being quote unquote the big bad or whatever he was, or the lackey to the big bad or whatever the hell it is, the mini boss, and they did that all in season 3 and that's it. Imagine he plays Flagberg, yeah. Or she, because it could be that lady that we see in the flashbacks or whatever. Uniformed, yeah, fortunately. Sakuza's? Well, Masanori lecturing him that he sucks and he needs to go to Darth Vader, yeah. Sakuza beats Masanori once, and Masanori reveals that he lost on purpose, yeah. Overall, this is the consequence of pushing it, giving us too many red lines because their card design is out of whack. I mean, I don't think we have too many. But they are having trouble supporting all of them, yes. Which I don't think is that big of a deal. I don't think they have to support every ride line all the time. But they have to do better when they support. Right? They can't just be like, oh hey, Barrel, you haven't gotten cards in forever? Here's like mid-level support. Hey Eugene, you've been ass since you literally ever came out. Here's the worst support imaginable. Alright, cool, you're never getting supported ever again. Like, they need to stop doing that if they're gonna have a lot of ride lines, right? Because like, what's the point? If you're not even gonna put effort into the upgrades. Like, it's fine if you upgrade them like once a year, once every 2 years, but at least make it worth it, you know? My boyfriend and I were talking, we miss Clan so much. I mean, I don't know if it makes that much of a difference right now. But, you know. We just threw 3 cards, so it's not the problem, yeah. They stop wasting cardboard on useless commons? Yeah, they could 100% do that. They could literally support, they could do what they do with Lyrical, right? Where like every time they release a Lyrical set, they support literally every single Lyrical deck, even if it's just a common, right? Like, I don't know why they can't just do that for some of the other sets. And sometimes they'll give some cards like 1 card, but I don't know why they can't support more decks with these commons instead of just giving us Energy Blast 3, you get 5k. Set 7 has some of the worst comments and divines. I don't know. Set 6 was Set 6 has 5 different common cyclers. Set 6 has 5 different common cyclers. So I don't know. I feel like set 6 was pretty egregious, which is insane. Because that set is like the best of sets and the worst of sets, right? Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, okay. Because if we go to set 6, and let's go to, I don't know, Brankate, and we go down here, maybe not Brankate because they have, it should be fine either way, but like they have, so they have the Dragon Tree Cycler that says if you have a marker, it goes to Soul and gets 5k shield. They have the, if you Energy Blast 3, it gets 5k. Then they have the, if you Energy Blast 3, it gets boost. So that's already 3 cyclers. Then they have the Dragon one, or the grade 3s that says if you retired this, Soul Blast 1, draw 1, if it was on your opponent's turn or whatever. And then they also had, in the rare slots, they had all these glitter commons, but that's the rare slots. I feel like there was a 4th one. But yeah, we had 4 different common cyclers that you just really don't use at all, right? I don't know. I don't remember what set 7 has for commons, but this felt pretty bad. Eugene gave us the glory of finding out Desert Girls by the users Mega Dinos. Yeah. Imagine if they made sets and every main card was a triple rare with like 3 to 2 commons, so everything gets support. I mean, honestly, they could just support a lot of decks and just give them a common card and they'll be okay, right? Something new to play with, but they also have to fix the ratios too, but for cases and products right now. Just be hoping Busherwood gives the new mass searchers to the other nations in set 9, and I swear over jumps up to the tier list. Yeah, him and Magnolia Mask will go crazy. I mean, that might be the case. Maybe they might do something crazy. Hold on. They might do something crazy. They might give us 2 new mass decks, like they did, and then give us the 2 new things for that. It's not going to be lyrical, so this is wrong. Tier list, whoops. So they might literally do that, where this is Sylvan, what is wrong with me? Where they give us like Granfia Mask, and then give us the Sorkea version of that, and then like maybe like a Dark States deck. I don't think we can do another Dark States deck, so it might have to be like a Brankate deck. I don't think they'll give us Vanguard Mask, but reset this. Hero Mask. Oh, I'll kill myself. But they might do something like that. Maybe they'll do Keter again and do fucking her mask. But I doubt that. The only one that makes sense is Granfia, and I guess they could do Suricate twice and give us Flagberg Mask, which would be funny. If they do Mask Heroes, I might actually quit the game. Mask Token Rambo, oh my god. Oh. Oh yeah, they might do that. They give Marks a permanent eviction notice. I mean, you can, if they give us the Cycler, Magnolia Mask would be really good. Mask Bino Marquis, imagine. Everyone would just be like, who? But yeah, I'm assuming the decks that just haven't gotten an upgrade yet, right? Which really just leaves it's just really Granfia and Flagberg, right? If we're not talking about promo bosses, it's just Granfia and Flagberg. This technically got a new form. This literally just got a new form. This has a new form. This just got a new form. Yeah, it would just literally be these 2. Alright, unless it decides to be base and do lyrical for once, but I doubt it. So maybe they can do that. But yeah. Mass Lyrical would be interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I don't know what deck. I was gonna do this as a YouTube video, but I don't know what lyrical deck or what lyrical decks would benefit from like a mask. But it would be interesting to see. Mass Mythiarch? I doubt that. I doubt that just because it's in a different like universe. But Lyrical doesn't have Dragon Tree wrenches. They could just print them. We can just get that in the next circle set. So. I guess they could technically these girls are up for new form, so I guess they could be shitty and give them mass forms, but I would hate that so much. Those are the only ones that I think make sense, because I don't think they'll do any of these, right? Because these are kind of like a pair, or I shouldn't say a pair because there's 5 of them, but I feel like they wouldn't do that to these 5. Just pick 2 of them randomly. I don't know if they would do that. These 2 would have made sense because it was just the 2 of them from set 2. So these are a pair, but then they give them a form, so. I don't think they would mask the Youthquake and Craycross Epic decks. Yeah, I don't think they would do that. I think they'd only do like the specifically divine stuff. And they tell me the entire mythology they're based on says there can only be 10 wrenches. So the Dragon Tree is supposedly dead, but we still got Solarian Mass. So at this point, it doesn't really matter. Eugene supposedly died in the war or whatever, and then we got new Eugene. So, right? Else. All right. I don't have to wake up early at least, so that's good. But I do have to go pack. I have to go to BCS. I'll be at BCS Pasadena, or I'll be in California, I guess, or whatever. This weekend, my flight leaves it tomorrow, so I guess I'll go get ready for that. Gorilla mask? I don't know about that. I'll go get ready for that. Stay tuned for whatever happens to Heroes, I guess, and we'll talk about it then. We'll be back Tuesday. We'll talk about, I guess, the new Regalis pieces and whether or not I'm your BCS Pasadena champion, which I'm sure I will not be. And we'll see what happens. But thank you all for coming to today's stream. Sorry for forcing you to to all the hero testing. Like I said, I think we just have to come back to this once we get the new base, and we'll see what happens. Don't forget the presentation is next week. It should be on Thursday night, I think, at like 12 probably, or something like that. They announced bird reveal tomorrow. I don't think that'll be the case, but if only. But yeah. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one. And sorry for playing the Persona 3 Tartarus music the entire time. It's just kind of stuck in my head, and now it'll be stuck in your head.